Humidity's rising, barometer's getting low. According to all sources, the street's the place to go. 'Cause tonight, for the first time, just about 10:30, for the first time in history, it's gonna start raining women. It's raining women. Hallelujah, it's raining women. Amen. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let myself get absolutely soaking wet. It's raining women. Hello, man, babies. Oh, it's Friday night. And yes, you're not dreaming. We're here and we're gonna do it. We're doing Ahsoka episode 2, special Friday night edition. Who else is doing something on Friday nights? It's that other fucker with the glasses on. Tell all his fans to get their horses over here because we've had enough of his conspiracy theories. We're doing the real shit here. We're talking Ahsoka, and we're going to give it a right old rollicking. And Brownie's asked me to just come in hot. I gave you a nice little number, and now I have to introduce the guests. And we got a fantastic panel for you. Honestly, I'm salivating over there, and I'll tell you what. Someone's on particularly good form in the green room, and I'm not going to say who it is, but I promise he's really is on form. So, without further ado, let's bring out the retrobates. First up, he is the man of 1,000 cakes. He's Darth Kipling. Hello, Kippers, and you're looking strangely alarming tonight.
Yes, good evening there, Lewin. Looking forward to another roasting of this shit show.
Absolutely, Kippers. Now, Kippers, I would normally bring all the guests out one by one, but I want to keep all those little fuckers sat in the green room for a little bit longer. Have you got any new recipes you've been working on or anything like
It's
that?
funny you should say that. It is funny, yes. I have just recently devised a new one based on my fighter craft called TIE Fighter Tarts. A pastry that mirrors the precision of the Imperial fleet. These delightful treats, shaped in the iconic form of TIE fighters, hold a power that rivals even the most advanced starships. The sweet filling with their flaky pastry shells, like the Sith's mastery of the Force, is both formidable and compelling. As you savor their taste, you'll find yourself drawn into a delicious battle of flavors, much like the rebellion's struggle against the Empire. Succumb to the temptation of TIE Fighter Tarts and let their irresistible charm lead you to victory on your culinary journey. Lord Kipling does make exceedingly good cake.
Oh, Kipling, Kippers, you always make me hungry. By the way, the chat is already pulling me up for for introducing this as Ahsoka. It's a fucking Acolyte. I can't keep up with these shit shows. They're all much of a much. But anyway, it's no, we've not gone back in time, man, babies. Don't worry. It's not Ahsoka. We're doing Skeleton Crew episode 2 tonight, so that's okay. Anyway, next up, all the way from the deepest, darkest north, the north of the wall. They only get half an hour of daylight a year. But this man doesn't care. He's the man of 100 different impressions. He is not Brian Young. How are we doing, Brian?
Hey, good evening, Rune. Good evening, Swappers. Good evening, chat. How are we all?
Oh, hyped. We're hyped, Brian. This show just gets better and better. I can't wait to get into it.
Pumped.
Pumped, yes. Pumped up like Brownie's Todger device to help him with an erection. I'm that pumped up. But yes, can't wait for it, Brian. Do you enjoy episode 2? Just give us just a little taster in 4 words, no more, no less.
Not quite so shite.
Not quite so shite. Oh, there's hope. There's hope in the galaxy, folks. Okay.
I wouldn't go that far, but
okay, yeah. Maybe I had a bit too much sugar. Okay, well, let's see who else is lurking naked and aroused in the green room. Well, we do have someone here, and he's dialed in all the way from Thailand. He's been, how can we say? He's been exploring his sexuality in Thailand. It is the one, the only, Master Niyat. How are we doing, Master Niyat? Of course, I'm joking. I don't want to libel myself. How are you doing, my friend?
Good evening, Rowan. I'm well, thank you. How's everybody doing?
Good. Exceedingly well, I think, as Kippers would say. Have you been enjoying the Skeleton Crew, Master Niyat, or whatever the fucking thing what is it called? The Master and Apprentice? What's this show? I don't know.
The Acolyte by
The Acolyte,
Les Lye.
yes.
Yes, I've been setting my phases to binary and having a great time.
Yes, and you're all caught up, all ready to go, episode 2?
I am indeed.
Excellent. Okay. Well, look, keep your lips moist because I'll be coming to you first because we didn't have you here last week. So I want to get your impression on episode 1 before we dive into episode 2. So just just keep it on the grill there. Just keep it medium rare if you would. And let's see who else we've got. Now, I did promise you someone is on form tonight. We had, and they will not believe me in the chat, we had Mega Geek singing in the green room, and we didn't even need to strong arm him into it. So here he is, who had been in New York. It's Mega Geek.
You'd be lucky, pal. Yeah.
We did have you singing, though. You must have missed that, Mega Geek.
Just a bit, yeah, just a bit.
Okay, good work.
Yeah.
Well, Mega, you're back. You're back for episode 2. I can't believe it.
Nor could I.
I asked Brian to give me a 4-word summary. In 2 words, how would you describe the Acolyte so far?
It's shit.
There we go.
That's
folks.
2.
It is
absolute shit.
It's absolute shit.
Yeah. Absolute shit. Mate.
Wow. But hey, it's the good shit. It's the good shit we like to say. Well, we do. I do believe we have one more. And of course, it's the man who puts all the hours into preparing these screenshots. He's the man who has to pay lawyers because Disney are constantly trying to take the channel down and sue him for defamation and for copyright. But he still survives, keeps it going. It's Mr. Brown. Hello, Brownie.
Good evening, everybody. May I just say happy birthday, Kathleen Kennedy, for yesterday. Happy birthday.
Is that her birthday?
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
happy
75,
birthday,
yeah.
Miss Kennedy,
happy
from
birthday
everybody on the channel,
to you.
especially the chat.
Yes, happy birthday, Kathy. I didn't forget. Don't worry. You'll be getting your special surprise tomorrow evening. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Say no more.
It will
Hi, everybody. Hello.
gonna feel like the Holdo maneuver going right through her, I tell you. Anyway, well, I did promise we'd go straight back to Master Niyat because we've all experienced the Akashite. Master Niyat, what did you make of episode 1?
I was really disappointed. I went in sort of anticipating the show to be shit, as Ian would put it, but always go in hoping for the best. And Leslie's basically created a show that is utterly boring and nothing like Star Wars. The writing and dialogue is lackluster. It's flat. The characters suffer from a lack of depth. There's too much exposition, and the acting is passable. I mean, what's there to like here?
Well, it keeps the channel in business.
Just
That's for sure.
I'll just, I'm keeping an eye on the chat. And this one from Adam really kind of tickled me in the undercarriage area, but not in a good way. He said, Obi-Wan broke me. Thus, it did something The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker didn't. I didn't watch Ahsoka or Mando 3, and sure as hell won't watch The Acolytes. These streams are so much better.
Nice.
Glad we can entertain you in a way
Nice.
Disney sadly can't. Thank you, Adam. Okay, Brownie, any legal bits? Any other? We want to thank the chat for turning up on a Friday night. We want to thank the guests. We need to say all opinions, both of the panelists and the channel, or opinions of the individuals, not Mr. Brown and his legal team. And
especially if
anything
they're
else?
offensive.
Yes, well, that's going to happen, Brown. You know that.
Yeah.
Anything else, Brownie?
That one.
That one, yep. Apparently, I've been reading up because I'm trying to get, upskill myself on YouTube. Apparently, there's this weird trick where if you unsubscribe and wait a week and then resubscribe, it will double the subscriptions. So I don't know
think
if that's
YouTube
worth
does that
trying.
anyway. But anyway,
Yeah, would you recommend that everyone to go ahead and unsubscribe? Is that the way?
not this on this occasion. No,
Not this time. Okay. Okay. But give us a like, give it a share, donate to the channel. Is that sperm donations you're after still, Brown? Is that...
Listen, at this moment in my life, I'll take anything, folks.
They're already responding in the chat there, Brown, so you can thank me later.
Okay, brilliant.
Thanks, Black Lives.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Amazing.
Should we get this show on the road now? I believe a little dicked bird tells me that someone has a recap, and Z's not here, so I'm going to hand it over to the one, the only, not Brian Young. Brian, do regale us, if you would.
Yay!
It's time to put on my gold bits and try to do my best. Do it justice as only Z would. 100 years before the rise of the Empire, the galaxy's canonical verisimilitude is in total disarray. The Jedi Master Trinity is ruthlessly murdered at UEFA headquarters by Darkside Force user and Japanese restaurant placemat wearer May. As a result, Osha, the former Padawan of Squid Game winner Master Saul, is arrested in a shocking case of intergalactic racial profiling. Later, the Republic prisoner transportation vessel Palwick, en route to Coruscant, suffers a revolt, leaving Osha stranded on Karlak, with nothing but her vibrating Pip-Boy for company. Once presumed dead, Osha discovers her twin sister May is the real Jedi killer, when revealed to her in a diabolically faked-out dream sequence. After much cucking and femsplaining, Master Squid Game and his merry band of diversity hires manage to recapture Osha thanks to a piss-weak white male prisoner and Dr. Richard Kimball.
Very good.
Meanwhile...
Oh, Brownie, what the fuck? It's the last paragraph, god damn it.
Oh, what? I'm sorry.
You silly boy. You silly boy.
Meanwhile, on a mysterious planet, mysterious dark side master Smilo Ren talks mysterious bollocks to the Acolyte May, igniting his crimson love wand for no fucking reason at all.
Sorry, Brian, I've ruined your moment. Sorry, mate. Sorry, chat. I boomed.
Oh, God. Paying attention, weren't you, Brown? Just pull your pants up, man. Come on.
Okay, I'm just doing it.
Okay, good work, Brian. Most enjoyable and bizarrely very accurate as well. If you're not watching the show, that's exactly what happened, pretty much. So here we go. Roll the Star Wars. I'm looking forward to this. I watched this today. I couldn't bear to watch both of them back to back. And yes, I want to prep the chat. We are absolutely going to need your if X fucked Y suggestions. So get ready for those.
Drinking game?
And drinking game, of course. I am on the Captain Morgan and the Coke tonight. Let's take some submissions then. So Brownie, we'll start with you. What are you going to say for this episode?
Okay, drinking game, yes. Every time a DEI tick box is ticked.
Every scene.
Okay.
Omri will be pissed.
Okay, fair, Brown. I'm just looking at the people enjoyed that, Brian. Just to give you some positive feedback.
Yes.
They didn't enjoy Brian being interrupted, but they did enjoy.
Sorry.
Even when he's reading a goddamn recap, you're interrupting the man. Jesus.
I'm excited to be here.
No, I know. Okay, Kippers, what say you for the drinking game?
Every time a male character is cooked.
Oh, Jesus.
It's it's going to be more than a few drinks. Brian, what will you be sipping your iron brew to?
They'll be having some John Daniels straight.
Oh,
John Daniel.
Oh, the drinking game.
the drink, yes.
I forgot. I did have 3 last time.
Oh,
I've put in a bit less effort in this stream, so I've cut down to 2. So the first one will be take a drink every time we see either a false beard, false hairpiece, or a false bald spot.
Wow.
And the second one is every time we see an extreme body positive Padawan.
Oh, so the first one was what was it? False beard, false hair, and
false beard, hairpiece, or bald spot. And
that's me.
Spoiler.
I was going to say get
alert.
Brownie on camera, and we'll have a 3 drinks now.
There is a character with all 3.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't in it though.
This is fabulous. I can't wait for this. Okay, good work. Brian, Master Niyat, have you got something you'd like us to drink to this evening? Should it appear on screen?
Yeah, I was going to say drink every time a white male says something profound and wise, but then I realized we'd probably all be sober, so I'm going to change that to every time there's exposition.
Oh,
God.
Oh. I'm not sure I've got the liver to survive that one, but we'll give it a go. And finally, Mega Geek, what would you like us to drink to?
I don't know.
Every time Ian goes,
No, every time.
It's shit.
Yeah, well, I said that last time, didn't I?
Yeah, but let's,
every time. All right, every time.
Though, isn't it?
Every time Brian does that South African accent, then we just go for
Oh dear, it's going to be a difficult night for your liver, Mr. Diaz.
Very good. I'll just chuck in at the end. Have a drink every time Brown slips into some unwanted community theatre line reading.
Lucasfilm Limited.
Okay. Right, we've got the drink game established. We've done the legal bits. We've introduced the guests. I've done a sing-song. Brian's done an intro.
I've pulled the trousers up. Let's go.
Good. Okay. We open with with Olega. Isn't Olega 3 what's the healthy stuff in fish, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know where getting these names from.
Yeah.
What are we looking at here? Is it a ship as a bridge? I can't fucking tell anymore. It's so badly designed. There's a lighthouse in the distance.
It's a shite house.
Oh, it's a Jedi temple. The local Jedi temple. Jedi temple.
For local Jedis.
Oh. So is this like you've got your big Asda and then you've got your local Asda?
We'll have no Jedis here.
Okay.
I remember this episode now. Jesus.
Well, it was only 2 days ago. Ian.
I know, and I was trying to get out of my mind. Now it's come back. Ugh.
Well, it's a Jedi temple, so maybe we'll see a Jedi. You never know. And I am looking out for folks because I'm determined to prove the haters wrong. I promise you, we'll find some good white male actors doing some great roles and playing some great characters. Absolutely.
Drink, everybody.
Take a drink.
Yeah. Got 2 open
drink.
there.
Tick
No
box.
open, Bob Ope.
So we've got a young white boy here, haven't we? I think playing some I don't know, some street urchin.
An Indian boy.
No, is it? Is it a girl?
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
Well, yeah,
Indian girl.
We can't
Tick
presume.
box. Drink, everybody. Drink.
It's an Indian girl.
Now, the first thing
The
first thing I got here was a member berry flashback. Was this meant to be a reference to the old Return of the Jedi, Jabba's palace thing that comes out the door?
Yeah.
Did anyone else get that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It seems incredibly shit for a Jedi temple to have one of these fucking things. The whole idea was it was supposed to be kind of exotic in Return of the Jedi. This is just balls.
That's right.
Oh, Brian's bailed already.
It's remarkably insecure for a secure Jedi temple as well, isn't it? Very easily overcome, but
yeah.
No, don't worry, it gets worse. The security in this place is rubbish. It gets worse.
It's just a bizarre design for a Jedi temple. I mean, not only does Olega seem really small, but the Jedi Council here, in my mind, Jedi Councils were supposed to be these giant monasteries, but it just seems like a Western Union money transfer booth. It's so fucking tiny.
Sword and Storm is who's a big fan of the Acolyte, folks. We have an enemy in the ranks, but all opinions valid on the Brown channel. He says, "Why is the Doorbot speaking Huttese?" And he's got half a point there, hasn't he? It seems strange language to use. Right. So, Brian, tell us what's going on here. Then, anyway, we've got this young African boy and the Jedi Temple robots. What's going on?
It's a fucking girl, mate.
The girl.
Oh, it's a girl.
She is trying to cause a diversion in order that May can come in and doing the well, she kind of looks like Kenny Everett when he's doing Morris Gibb. Although I think Z said, in fact, I'll wait till the picture of him comes up, and then I'll tell you what Z said because it's very funny.
So they're trying to get in, and this girl's been. It is a girl, isn't it? I'm
it's a girl.
Assuming anything. No, correction, XBT. It is a boy, in fact.
No.
There you go.
Looks like a girl.
So she's throwing stones and things at this Doorbot. This is our big opener. This fact. We got fucking street urchin throwing stones at a Doorbot, and then
a diversion.
Yeah. Wow. What a big opening for episode 2. The Doorbot's telling to fuck off. She's still there. And it's still going on. I mean, basically the scene. But at some point, we're going to see somewhat. Oh, it's still going on. Last warning. There we go. Now let's bring Master Niyat in. What's happened here, Master Niyat? It seems to have had some kind of contraption thrown on it. Can you fill us in?
Yes, they've thrown some sort of magnetic disruptor device that caused it to go sleepy.
Very sneaky. Could only be the work of some kind of assassin, maybe.
Indeed.
You can really see where the $180 million came in this scene, can't you?
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a cheap school play, isn't it? It's very shoddy.
Well, apparently they spent like $750,000 per minute. So yeah, you can see where the money's gone.
Jesus.
Question which I'm going to throw to our because obviously Mr. Brown being a limited company now, and he has to formally submit tax and all things like that, and he has obviously to meet legal requirements. He has to have certain executive roles in place. So we're going to head over to our resident diversity, equality, and inclusion officer,
Swappers, isn't it?
Darth Kippers. Yes, Darth Kippers. Question Kippers from And Don, if you would. How many gays are in this village?
All of them.
All of them. They're all there. Okay, they're all there at the Jedi village people, as they're known. Okay, so the Acolyte appears. She's wearing the hood, the mask. So it probably means she's going to do some fighting, folks, because that's how we disguise the stunt actor. Yes. In fact, there we go. Is she now gained access? Is that?
Yes, rather easily. The disruptor
very easy
task, and then just walks in, and someone even walks past without even a nod and a wink.
And the best thing about this scene, for those who've not seen the actual program, is she also smuggles the girl in under her clothes.
Nah, that happened in the other show. Happened in the other show.
Bats an eyelid. There we go. So she makes her way into the temple. Now, I nearly fell off the loo. I was watching it on my phone while I was having a unusually long jump. Yeah, I thought it was you, Mr. Brown. I just saw this, spindly old fucker with the bald spot, and I thought, that's Brownie.
Not me,
But
mate.
no, in all seriousness, I genuinely intrigued when we, not at this point, but as we go in a bit further, she's wearing the old, what do we call it? The old wicker armor.
Japanese restaurant place.
Now, I'm going to put the old Todger on the table here, folks. When I saw the floating Jedi, I was genuinely intrigued. I was like, okay, this could be something.
I kind
what do you make of it, Brown?
too.
From one,
Yeah, I kind of liked it too. Can I stick my neck out?
Go on, go for it.
Everybody's hating on this program, and unfortunately, we know what's coming in the next episode. But genuinely, I'm not hating it at the moment.
Oh my!
I think it's better than the other shite we've had.
Oh, you will do. You will do.
What do you call it? I'm flabbergasted. I don't understand what you see in it. It's absolute shit. I don't know what you're seeing in it.
Okay, that's
well,
me.
just to reassure everyone, Brownie was also a massive fan back in the day of Gary Glitter and
you want to be my gang,
and Jimmy Savile was one of his favorites. So his instincts are not always the best, still, Brownie, but we won't hold that against him. Okay, so we've got this floating Jedi. Take a drink, obviously. Brian, does this tick some of your boxes on the drinking game?
This ticks the whole 3 of the boxes.
Wow.
Whole 3, 2 even. 3 in clause 1.
So fake beard, fake hair, and fake baldness all in the one.
Yes.
Also, he's been floating for 10 years.
There is that.
Apparently. So this is a stupid idea.
Well,
why would you float
must
for
be
10 years? Who feeds him?
Desperate for a shit.
That's right.
Wouldn't it be like piles of shit under his...
Just leave a bucket under. If I may.
Uh-huh.
Z's comment on this was, this is what you get when you ask AI to draw Ryan Cannell.
Glad it wasn't just me who saw that.
It doesn't make any sense, does it? Why was he floating for 10 years?
He's got a guilty conscience.
Yeah.
So he floats for 10 years.
Yes.
That's
so... Just our old pal Brian Young did an entire article on /film about this.
Oh, fucking hell.
So there's a specific name for it. It was brought in the, I think it was the Darth Vader comic of 2017. Just while we're on this shot, Manuel Grail made the point, yes, this is, believe it or not, for the Game of Thrones fans among us, this is Dean Charles Chapman, who played Tommen, and he also played one of the Lannister cousins.
Oh my God.
And if you remember, he's the one who does the kind of Chris Morris-esque exit from the window from the IT crowd.
Oh, yes, of course. Mm-hmm.
And you see him looking a bit more like himself in the flashback.
There's a flashback?
There's been several. There's in the, especially in the trailer.
Gold. Oh, who's drinking?
Cheers, everybody.
The bar is open.
That's the third rum and coke, and we're only about half an hour in. Okay, it's going to be a good night. This is Master Torbin. Thanks for the trivia, Brian. So could they have not just got someone who's balding with an actual beard and not done someone up like this?
I wasn't available that day.
I'm sure you could just sit there with your eyes closed, Brown. I mean,
well, I would, as long because I know there's going to be plenty of soy in the catering, so I'm there.
Easy way to get Brown to break his 10-year stay of silence is to roll Brian in and get Brian to start speaking, and then Brown couldn't help but interrupt him. Then that's how you get him to break that one. But here he is, Master Torbin, and I was like, okay, he's got the scar, he's slightly balding, bit of a beard. Okay, I'm intrigued. And then she starts trying to goad him, I guess, doesn't she? Swappers, let's bring you in at this point. What's going on in this exchange? I say exchange, it's very one way, but tell me more.
Probably not the best person to ask on this one because I was sitting there asking it myself at the time, thinking like, what the hell is the history between these two? I don't remember any of this. Did I miss something? Maybe it's something we're going to be alleviated or alleviated of in future episodes. I don't know, but I just couldn't take my mind off the fact that he probably desperately needed the piss of all pisses at this point.
Yeah, it's a stupid idea.
Just still go. Do you know, when you see the later shots of this, I know it's a relatively easy trick. They just put a stand in it and he sits in it, but his legs look absolutely tiny. There's a kind of Rod Hull fake arm quality about his legs when you see them dropping down later on.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I'm not kidding. I was genuinely a little intrigued because she gets in the fighting stance. He's having absolutely none of it. He's just zoned out.
Well, he's got a force field, isn't he?
Yeah, well, that's what we're about to see. Yeah, and but I was thinking, I can't wait to see what this guy's like when we see his full powers. If he's this powerful when he's meditating, what's he going to be like when he comes to life? I was so excited. But anyway, we'll see what happens with him. But I'm just going to roll through a few super chats. Let's get some people. Brownie, could you do this one? Not super chats, rather, just regular chats. Brownie, can you do this one from Drew Gordon?
Weirdest sex comedy ever.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Drew. And what about this for Swappers? Could you do this one from the oldest gamer?
Bumbuckler.
Is the scarf of a lightsaber since they don't kill anymore?
No, fair points. And Brian, if you could do this some Sword and Storm.
Sword in the Storm with the range says his beard is fuck and then can't see that. Fucking hell.
You walked into that one.
You bastard. Apologies for trying on there. Where the fuck did that come from?
Sword in the Storm, play with fire there.
Hey, we might see actual fight scenes. Never mind this shit on the Soka.
I'd be getting my balls in the face if I read that out in its entirety.
Her opening line here, that she keeps saying to these Jedi that she's trying to off. Attack me with your straight out of the Matrix, isn't it? It's ripped off from Morpheus's line.
Oh, I love it.
Is it? Oh,
yeah. When they're in the training dojo, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
She does look kind of stupid here, though, doesn't she? Like this goading of a meditating man, and obviously he's not going to attack her. I mean, he's not flinching at all, is he?
The one thing I like
in his serenity when he's just like hovering there, I just would have loved in a moment of stillness, just let out a little bird.
That would have been hilarious.
He just flares one nostril as if like, oh, that was the right one.
The only thing I like, can I say like? Is it as strong as like? I don't mind. Maybe that's a better term. Is that Headland doesn't seem to be afraid of having your ladies fail. They do fail a few times, which is nice to see.
Yeah. They fail, but at the same time, they also win when they shouldn't. Like when May confronts Indara, a Jedi Master who's like phenomenal with the Force. There's no way she should have won that, and she only wins because Indara lets her guard down. It's the same thing with Torben. She only beats him because he lets her. Like it's so bizarre.
She could have obviously Trinity could have taken her out, but it's not too bad a gimmick using a third party to gain leverage over someone else. I'm not going to be too critical of that.
As much as I would love to be. Like Indara does die trying to protect somebody else, and she sort of lets her guard down for a bit. So that does make sense. But this whole bit with Torben is just strange.
It's really true what Echo says here, though. The beard is almost worse than Sauron's. He looks like Noel Edmonds with PTSD, doesn't
he? It does, yeah.
We had a really good FX Fuck Y, and it's just gone too far back in the chat. Whoever did it, I recognize. I salute you as outstanding. Anyway, she's struggling here, though, isn't she? She's got into a fighting pose. but she's struggling. She can't seem to make contact, and he does appear to have some kind of force field. Now, Mega, I know how much you're enjoying the Acolyte. Did you enjoy this kind of concept of the force field and a triangle kung fu moves and not making any progress?
No, because the scene doesn't make any sense. How the hell did she get in? It's meant to be a Jedi temple that you think they'll have security. She got through the skylight. And what makes it worse going forward in this episode?
No,
she
she
comes through
walked
there
in.
again.
No,
she
she
goes
walked
through
in.
again.
She
No,
walked in.
when
She went
comes
out
back.
through the skylight.
Yes.
Well,
but you think that would be covered or closed or something, just when she comes
He's such
back.
a powerful Jedi, though. They don't need security. It's like that underwater base in Kenobi, where it's so secret that they don't need shields.
But it's one thing for her to sneak in. I'll buy that, whatever. But it's another thing for the Jedi to not sense her presence and her intentions.
That's right.
Fair point.
The force field, similar to the fall being broken by the Jedi, is another aspect that kind of fucks up Palpatine's death, and for that, I don't like it. Because why didn't Palpatine just put a big force plastic bubble around himself, like Mike Strutter's strutted bubble?
That's right.
Rune, go to the...
It's the force field of white privilege, apparently. Brownie, I maybe we're thinking along the same lines, but when I saw the next image, I could only think that this looked like your point of view shot when you were in the cinema with your tutor.
No.
Is that what it was like when you're on your knees?
No, it looks like the final shot of the Planet of the Apes, Tim Burton. Right at the end.
Oh, it looks
like
the
General Ape,
I think you're having Vietnam flashbacks about being in the cinema with your
You don't know, man. You wasn't there.
Well, anyway, he's not falling for this shit, is he? Nope. She can't break. Oh, she gets the knives out, folks. Knives. Did someone say knives out? Catch it on Netflix, man, babies. One of the best movies you'll see.
God almighty.
So she's tried the punch, she's tried the kick, she's going to throw a couple of knives, but this badass will not budge. And he's got his force field, he's got his diaper full of turds, he's rocking the balding thing, the beard. Wow. What is his name? Torbin? Master Torbin? Brilliant. Wow.
His white robes are kind of clean for a man that's been sitting levitating
for the
last 10
How
years.
does she have a bath? How does he have a bath? Who cleaned him?
Towel bath. People come in and give him a towel bath.
That's what I'm saying.
Stick a bucket under his ass as well. So
the more you think about it, the more stupid it is.
How does he eat, though?
Exactly. Just why?
How long has he been doing that?
Emaciated.
Well, if he's been doing that for 10 years and he's going bald, should there not be a little pile of hair at the bottom of the fucking...
Well, if he's been
people have been playing pranks on him and like shaving little bits off his hair and stuff while he's been in.
Well, if he's been doing that for 10 years, he's very good at it.
Moving
on.
What? Your jokes are getting worse.
Sorry, I killed it. Sorry, folks. Sorry.
The chat are absolutely on fire. It must have been about 15 messages that we've missed that are just absolutely fucking hilarious. So I might just stop talking and just sit and read the chat for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, we really should do that. Have a stream where none of us talk. We just do the chat.
Just like the chat, yeah. Silent stream, yeah.
Soda stream.
Oh, so where's this voice coming from now then? Because this is obviously off shot, isn't it?
Security guard or something.
Security guard. Oh, they finally rocked up, have they? Okay.
The thing is, there hasn't been a break-in. She just gained entry, didn't she, without breaking in? Well, I suppose she disarmed the hoo-ha, didn't she? Does that count as a break-in? Probably not.
Possibly.
Don't know.
Seriously.
So she... there's another white guy, folks. I'm sure this guy's going to be integral to the plot and play a fantastic role.
She's gone up through the skylight, hasn't she, at this point?
Is that what she did? Okay.
Yeah, and he's looking up.
Oh, useless bastard. Okay. There we go. Yep, you called it, Brown. It's like the reverse Tom Cruise one on Mission Impossible.
I will say, doing the slides for this wasn't particularly painful. So I don't know if it's indicative of the quality of entertainment. I don't know, but when Ahsoka was horrendous
I hate to say this, but having done numerous slides, it tends to be the better the production, the easier the slides become.
Yeah.
So something about the order of the scenes. Yeah. Oh God, I hate saying that. Anyway.
Welcome to the Disney Shill channel, everybody. Next week's guest, Star Wars Explained, Brian Young, Teal Saunders.
I'll just say,
into
guys,
the real Brian.
Yeah, I'll just say, on some level, they must be doing something right with this show because the slides were not a pain at all.
You're judging the whole show by the slides. What are you on?
He's gone. Don't worry. That's about as much as I can take from that
It's
guy.
ridiculous. How does that
Brown,
make any sense?
It's
Brown's
not so
gone.
much that it's a good show; it's that it's not as bad as Ahsoka, but that's a really low bar to clear. The reason why Ahsoka is so bad is that it dismantles characters that were already established and that we already knew. I think the reason why you're looking upon the Acolyte so favorably is because it's new characters, it's a new setting, it's a new story, and so you're being a bit.
It's a hell of a low bar to judge new productions, and it's judged basically on the lack of damage it does to the rest of the canon.
Correct.
But the big one is, of course, the Sith turning up when Mace Windu, Ki-Adi-Mundi says the Sith have been extinct for a millennium.
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm lingering on this rather pointless chap is because and Brownie's back, by the way. I've let him back in reluctantly. I did it for your own good, Brown. This particular chap, we had an X if X fucked Y, and we had for this one, it looks like Rian Johnson fucked Mr. Brown. Wow.
That's a great combination, isn't it?
Yeah.
For the right price of Super Chat, that could be arranged.
I would just say Amelia Bedelia marks out of 10 for what you see on screen. Quickly.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, Amelia Bedelia marks out of 10 for what you see on screen.
Rick Jansen gives him 1. Okay,
Speaking of rating hot men, where's the fucking hottie stream, Brown? What happened to that?
Oh, yeah.
What happened to that?
I need to have a word. I need to have a word with Swappers. I know Swappers is very, very busy. We'll sort it. Okay, look, I'll say this then, folks. Once we get this out of the way, we'll get on with the hotties. Yeah.
Woohoo!
I promise.
The hotties.
Okay.
Yeah.
A hottie stream coming in hot in 2027, folks. Stick with us. Okay, enough of this useless pillock. Roll credits.
Yay!
The Acolytes. We're doing okay.
Hint of rainbow there. See it? Beautiful.
42 minutes in, 43 minutes in, and we've hit the skip credits button.
Making good progress. Okay, so we switch up and we go to the planet of Hoth. No.
Karlak is called.
Karlak. Okay.
Which apparently, yes, that's probably why they put it in, but they didn't Google it clearly because Karlak is a fucking place in Livingston, a car fucking salvage place or something.
These planet names are fucking awful, aren't they? They're so forgettable. So forgettable. No one's going to remember this shit.
I'll remember UEFA. I'll remember that one. It's the best so far.
Seriously,
Drew Gordon says Planet Bovril. We'll take alternative names for the planets if you would, chat. Yeah, because certainly Disney can't come with any fucking good ones. So we go inside, and I thought she was doing some kind of weird hovering thing. It doesn't look like a natural position at all, that does it? It's I don't know what's going on there, but
it doesn't look comfortable. Like
no,
she's in the birthing position.
Oh. It just feels like, I don't know, she needs those pillows that you put under your legs when you thrombosis. And
cruise ship replacement.
Just doing Kegels.
Anyway, we switched to what I first thought was fucking Jedward or something. I was like, what the hell is this blonde mullet thing on the screen? Then I realized it's actually one of my new favorites. It's I don't remember her name.
Jackie.
Jackie.
Jackie. Okay.
I've been racking my brains for the last week or so trying to think who she reminds me of, and she reminds me. Remember the horrendous 70s/80s BBC? It was supposed to be a children's program, but it was absolutely fucking terrifying. Remember the boy from space?
I remember that show.
Remember the boy from space?
I do, yeah.
Welcome to. No one has a fucking clue about that reference.
No,
it must have been an STV, that one, Brian. I don't know that one.
A BBC.
Oh. Just going to skip back. I know you love me skipping back because we have got some suggestions for what's going on here. And obviously, they've had a suggestion of the old Kegels. Maybe Max says she's got wind. Wayfarer says she needs stirrups. What else have we got? Oh, here's one from Nameless No Name. Flangeration suggestion.
If I may.
Yeah.
If I may. If I may. May I just say a quick hello to Graham of House Hepburn in the chat, who's an actual ex-colleague of mine. A very good lad in the chat there.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. Graham, have you paid the required legal fee to display a copyrighted character? Because Mr. Brown may get a heavy fine for that, Graham. So if you could, unless you actually do look like the man on the avatar, but it's entirely possible. Give me a possibly true, possibly untrue fact about Graham, Brian, if you would.
He's absolutely fucking minted. So why he's not put in 15 super chats per stream, I don't know.
There we go. Could be true, could be not true.
We used to call him the Olympic Flame because he never went out.
I think he might shot like that.
Yeah. And I get told off for the dad jokes. I don't know. Nameless No Name, who's very keen tonight, says Trent Darby.
Very good.
Oh god. Sword in the Storm's going with Floella Benjamin. Are we towing a line we should really step back from here? I don't know. And
No.
Wayfarer says I think Rick James is still the best. But I don't know. But whoever said it, I think it might be Mega Geek. She is, because I've seen her in interviews and so on, she is an attractive young lady. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what they fucking do to them when they put them in these shows. They really, I don't know.
They ugly them up. That's what
I always
they do.
confuse Terence Trent D'Arby with Jermaine Stewart, the man who sang "We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off to Have a Good Time," who died of AIDS, ironically.
Cheers, Brian.
Well, we did 40 minutes on prostate. Why not? Let's get into AIDS victims tonight. Why not?
I will say I like Jicky. I think the actor playing Jicky.
Actor?
Really
What? Who?
Actor.
Actress.
What are you talking about?
He's in the gender
Actress.
Talking about Daphne Keane,
I think.
I think she's really good. Yeah.
You're keen on Daphne Keane, is what you're saying.
I know she's doing a. Is she British or American?
She's
British.
I was gonna say she-
says, "Brown on you go."
Is that what she said? Brown on you go.
How pissed are you, Brown, already? Can you blow into this this bag and see if it turns green?
Sorry, I would be failing my breathalyzer. Everybody, sorry.
It's Daphne Keane, who was, as Princess Fiona rightly points out, was X-23 and the Logan movie.
So she's
she was
British?
she was also in his Dark Materials.
Oh, okay. So is that why I think she does a really good British accent then?
Yes, that'll be it.
Okay. Right, okay, brilliant.
Yeah, Brown's gone full Savile tonight, folks. He really has. Lusting after a 12-year-old. She's also, I mean, I like her. Cards on the table. I like her. But she has got, her hairdo is starting to get slightly towards the
hairdo.
Is getting towards
surprise, Scylla.
That half-shaved head look. It's just...
Kajagoogoo, you mean?
Lamal.
Yeah, never-ending story.
Making
She looks
references.
very much like David Bowie.
Oh dear, yeah.
Bowie.
Stardust.
Oh, there we go.
Moving on.
Okay, so Brown, you've already proffered it, so I'm going to call you up on it. Can you read this out by Jay Goodwin in the style of David Bowie?
She looks like a combination of Cyndi Lauper and the singer from Missing Persons.
Sounds nothing like him.
I thought Brown was going to say the C-bomb, drop the C-bomb there, the way he started that.
Well, you're obviously limbering up to say it.
No,
Moving
not
on.
me.
Come on, Ron, get on with it.
Well, before we do, a bit of music interlude. Too shy to shy, queef queef, eye to eye.
It's a great song, is that?
Okay, back to Terence Trent D'Arby. Yeah, so it's the old, you've helped me fix the bypass the compressor. You must be a pilot, but no, she's a mechanic. Does anyone else find this term fucking annoying?
Yes.
Stupid.
Yeah,
I did find it annoying, but I was also quite hypnotised by her chest.
That is quite a revealing top for
She's lovely.
for the current woke days. But having said that, if I dare say Leslie Headland being a lesbian is probably disgusted about it, but as a lesbian, she's probably delighted at the same time.
No, I think she's made sure she's put it in.
I bet she has. Hey!
Oh, Brian.
Sorry.
That was funny.
So, I mean, this is, as Han Solo would say, pointless conversation. But
No, is it exposition? No, it's not.
It's not. I don't even think it's exposition because it's not really telling us anything we need to know. It's just really pretty pointless, isn't it?
It's repeating what we saw in episode 1. We already know this about her character. So we see her repairing the ship.
Is this hinting at fucking scissoring to come?
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, or is it me?
Stay tuned for episode 3, folks. We know there's some hot stuff coming your way.
I quite like OSHA though. Like I was going to say, sorry, Rowan. Go on.
No, go.
On paper, she's framed to appear like Rey, like a mechanic with a connection to the Force. But she's personable, she's kind, she's not overpowered. And this is exactly how a protagonist should begin their arc.
Yeah, we said that yesterday though about. I mean, I warmed to her immediately.
Yeah.
When we first saw her, so that's as far as I'm concerned. Her and Squid Game fella, they're the only good things about this absolute trash. Yeah,
Soul's brilliant. You can definitely tell that English is his second language, but Lee Jung-jae has so much gravitas and stage presence that you really buy into his character.
Yeah, you do.
But it's a strange choice of part for him. He almost seems to be more of a character actor, the guy, to give him, unless there's going to be a twist somewhere down the line.
We find out that he's a woman. Yeah, that's probably that's probably what it is.
Talk of the devil, here he comes. Our old mate Sol. And our less of a mate, who's the other guy with the old
Yord.
Yul Brenner, yes, okay.
I hate Yord.
Yes, we didn't take kindly to Yord last week.
It's not just that the actor said Anakin blew up the Death Star, but it's more so that May and Yord both carry themselves with a certain smugness. I don't know if you guys feel that as well.
She's always cucking him as well. Have you noticed that? She's always talking down to him. Like she's completely his inferior. She's a Padawan. He's a knight. She's telling him what to do, and he's letting her do it the whole time as well. With just complete insubordination. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
and
but are you surprised?
He's wearing a fucking earring as well.
Are you surprised though? Are you surprised? I mean, it is Leslie Squarehead Headroom, isn't it? And also, it's the start. This is Disney Star Wars. Are you surprised?
I suspect that they are either setting Yord up to be the dark side antagonist or as a red herring for that. There's a couple of little, if they're clever enough, there's been a lot. It's either a coincidence or they're clever enough to put couple of little subtle hints there. So it's either a red herring or there's a baddie.
Because he's supposed to be a Jedi Guardian, but there's been a few moments where he's quick to draw his lightsaber. He's not really behaving like a Jedi should.
Yeah. And his actions towards the Nemoidian were slightly aggressive as well. And also,
he was about to force choke him, wasn't he?
It almost looked like it, but certainly draw the information out. But later on as well, when it comes to dealing with the apothecary gentleman, or the false apothecary guy, he's quite kind of aggressive there too.
He's also constantly getting his lightsaber out.
Well, he's young.
Dirty bastard.
If you got it, flaunt it, lad.
Well, I do think it's time for a drink. So, Brian, could we bring in your South African friends to maybe do a bit of line reading, if you would, and then triggers a drink automatically?
Everybody.
Me would not have the training to defeat the master. Let's say this. This twin theory holds it true. They could be working together.
Don't let fear affect your judgment. What a stupid fucking thing to say. I think Platoon actually made that point. Don't let fear affect your judgment.
The whole thing about the Jedi's not having people attached to them and stuff, it defeats the whole object of being kind and considering, doesn't it? If you're not allowed to have friends or anything, it's stupid.
I'm not going to repeat that comment on screen, but yes, he does.
Savage.
Twins? Are you sure?
Are you fucking joking? You're kidding me on.
Twins like sister.
It's a little bit. It's a bit spoon-fed, isn't it? That's
yeah.
The plot is really. It's like it's being, Liam Neeson's donged down my throat at times. It really is.
This is exposition, is it?
The thing is, though, Leslie Squarehead, she was always a bad writer, and it's the same thing with the other one that was in the last Indiana Jones movie. Everybody keeps saying they're great writers. They're not. They're terrible, terrible writers.
Yeah. Brown, it's not exposition because it's not revealing any information that we didn't already know. It's just redundant dialogue. They're just repeating themselves.
And also, why do they have a hovering? Why can't they just look at them at a TV or something? Because it's like it's stupid, that thing, isn't it? Because that was from Star Wars, wasn't it? Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. You know what I mean? It's like, why is it in black and white? Shouldn't it be in color? Do you know what I mean? It just makes me laugh, the whole thing.
To be fair, we did see that in the prequel trilogy in the Jedi Council. When the Jedi members went on Coruscant, they'd be speaking through that sort of device.
Yeah,
they seem to have better graphics though. 100 years prior.
I have an issue with that. The tech looks a lot more advanced. I do have an issue with that.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't take much to, just relic it up a little bit, would it? Just I think Rogue One did a good job of that, just keeping the tech in line for the age it was set. But
this looks more in line with Rogue One, Star Wars. It's 100 years before Phantom Menace.
Over 100 years,
No, it's 87 years before the Phantom Menace. It says it everywhere that it's 100 years, but it's not. It's the opening text actually said that it's 100 years before the rise of the Empire. The rise of the Empire is in Revenge of the 13 years later. Well, fucking geek you are, Brian. Well done.
No, it's true though. It's 13 years after Phantom Menace because Anakin is 10 years older in Attack of the Clones, I think.
Yep.
Who cares?
I found this particularly
drink, everybody.
This was particularly clumsy as fuck. They're basically, so there's the little reveal, and then he says, well, would you like me to investigate or bring Osha back to Coruscant? It's like, yeah, we know you're going to go on a side plot and bring the prisoner with you.
Do you guys think that they're going to, because like that, Squarehead and company hate men, white men. Do you reckon they're going to make him the villain and the girl that looks like James going to turn her into a heroine at the ending?
Yeah, she's definitely going to be a heroine. But if anyone's got the acting chops to pull it off, it's this gentleman. So my money's on it's either going to be Lord Yord, or it's going to be Saul.
Saul?
Yeah.
Is the baddie.
Saul.
Based purely on the actor's abilities.
I feel like from a structural perspective, they've been planting seeds for Yord to be the villain. And Saul is, I don't know, he's too kind, he's too nice to be, although that could be a Jedi, Sith trick, I guess.
I do fancy this girl, though. I think she's gorgeous.
All the chat do as well. They're all coming in.
She is absolutely gorgeous.
She's
And
lovely.
it's a shame she's in this rubbish, though, isn't it? Such a shame.
Yeah, she's lovely.
We've got Brownie. I know you're working on your accents to hopefully one day be as good as Brian. Could you do this one by SMJ32? Can you do it in a nice Oriental accent of your choosing, please? There we go.
Apparently, Master Saul's dad owns a Chinese takeaway on Coruscant.
And that's the line that gets the channel taken down, Brown. Well done. He's Korean.
Is the restaurant called Soul Food?
He's peaked. You might as well go now, Master.
He's here all week.
Do you know what the sad thing is? I think we've finally brought Niyat down to our level.
Brian staggers in after being on the piss in Glasgow and says, can I have a special 32? And he says, so sorry, we sold out.
So sorry. We've brought him up to our level, Brian. Come on.
This subtitle here looks like he's just been spying on a couple banging in another room, doesn't it?
Every single time I see I think I've got a horrendous delay here. Anyway, I'll be quiet.
Talking over each other on Mr. Brownlights.
It's sure that's your 40, Brown. I'll be cutting your grass there, Brown.
Smoking it.
So they're taking the very dangerous, potentially prisoner on a side quest to go and maybe find her sister, who I'm sure she won't have any emotional attachment to. It won't be a problem at all.
They sensibly give her a deadly weapon as well, which is very intelligent for a Jedi.
Don't let fear cloud your judgment, swappers. So he pulls rank here, doesn't he, Squid Game?
Yeah.
The Jedi agree with me.
Is so Ahsoka was the old folding the arms. Is Soul the hands on the hips? Is that his go-to move?
And then a jump to the left.
That's the only two Jedi stances: the hands on the hips or folded arms.
Oh right. We need to start.
Let's do the time warp again.
Anyway, we've got super chats. Let's go. Swappers, if you would, please, if you're available. It's our own mate, RR TNZ.
So you fucking showed up, you New Zealander Welshman, for $5. Not watching this show, only watching this stream for Ruin's Liam Neeson jokes. Chuck Norris doesn't get bogged down. The bog lifts him. The bog lifts his game for him.
Very good, our old friend RRTNZ, who we had such a good time with. He was on the 12-hour stream, wasn't he, Brownie?
It was great, wasn't he?
Yeah, he kicked us off for that one, which, well, it kind of bloated itself from a 12-hour stream to a 20+ hour stream. Yeah, but okay, spaceship. Back to the spaceship. We got a name for the ship or this type of ship? Anyone know?
Ugly ship.
Fire Starter 1.
Looks
Fire
ugly.
Starter 1.
I would have been able to tell you, but Brown hit me with can you do the fucking recap about 5 o'clock tonight? So that's me fucked.
All right. Brownie's getting some stick.
It looks
we've got here we go. This looks interesting.
I
So,
remember.
get ready on the X fucked Y, guys. We're going to see some good ones here.
It's like a speeder there, land speeder.
It's got a
Brownie.
Yeah,
it's got a bypass.
Welcome to talking all over each other.
Swappers, continue.
Oh, thank you very much. The majority of this episode just looks like it was all recorded at Galaxy's Edge. I don't know if anyone else has noticed that.
Probably was.
Yeah.
See Brian Young walking by in the background with his missus.
This is the first shot that I've seen where the location looks lively, where there's actually people. I'm not a big fan of the set construction and whatnot, but at least there's people here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You notice that people are carrying things on their head on this shot.
Oh no!
People get. There's a woman carrying something on. She just got something on top of her head, or is that a hat? I don't know. It
Cultural appropriation.
Yeah. That's what I thought when I first saw it.
They're
Just like, this lady's like in Africa where they have the big bottle of water and they can carry it on their head and walk down the road. They have shot that. So there's a lady in blue, I think, and she has like a plate of food on her head, and she walks past. I don't know if you noticed it. You probably didn't notice it, but I did.
There's some paddy field harvester hats over there in the background as well. So
I
they're
know.
really leaning into it, aren't they?
Our old mate, Dark Side of the Walk, would have been absolutely overjoyed. It was just made for him this moment.
Yeah, we're not seeing him tonight.
If someone in the chat, because I know he's friends with a few people in the chat, get the word out. Dark Side of the Walk. We've actually got a couple of. I don't want to phrase it like I was about to phrase it, but we've got wearing gentlemen.
The costumes are so shite in that previous little clip. I mentioned it about 15 times before, but the attention to detail in something like Shogun, although that's probably an exceptional case, but here it just looks like, I mean, I've even said before, a ram raid at Oxfam.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
Well, there's nothing distinct about it. It's like they've taken multiple cultures, multiple costumes, and just blended it in. It's just weird mix.
I've got a feeling that SMJ32 is going to get this channel fucking nuked.
Dropping truth bombs, but sometimes the truth can be a bit close to the nerve. So anyway, she makes her way. We get this kind of, I'm sure Leslie Esquire thinks she's being clever. This another POV shot. She seems to like those. And then she walks into this rather dark and dingy stall. I thought she was going to buy a Mogwai at first. It was
looking for. She's doing Lionel Richie. Hello.
What's this guy called?
Brother?
Queef.
Look at this. Brian, are you available to read this amazing chat in whatever voice you care to do, my friend? Worthy of this comment.
A new commentator, Andrew, in the chat says, I changed Janelle away from Friday Night Frights for the real show. How very
we got one, Brown.
Yes.
We got one.
Thank you, my friend.
There we go. And you don't have to pay $20 to get your comments on the screen at the Brown Alliance. Hey, look who's turned up, folks.
Oh, get in! Yes.
Just for our old mate, just to quickly go back. There you go, Walkie in the background there. There's definitely a couple of them. Yeah. Not as good as your mechanical walk, but still.
Also, she wakes up this guy and she says, "What are you doing here?" And he goes, "Oh, I've taken over the shop." Wouldn't the locals know?
Isn't it?
Wherever it is, wouldn't the locals know that? Ask questions of who he is and stuff.
Yeah, you're going for your prescription. Where's Bobby? Where's my pile cream?
Yeah,
who are you?
Exactly.
I've got another song interlude, and I can't resist this. Firstly, it's from our old mate Echo Chamberlain, but secondly, it's an ABBA song, and as someone who's played in an ABBA tribute band or two, I can certainly give this a go. So he says, to the tune of Dancing Queen, this show is shards and queefs, steaming heap, feasts 10 years sleep, shards and queefs, Brownie's tutor giving him relief. Oh, yeah. Oh, give me another verse. I love it, Echo. Brilliant. Anyway, back to the shit show. So we stumble upon this rather strange shop, and Master Niyat. He is, yeah.
Right, yeah.
That's enough beers at a night with the lady boys. Gone.
I was gonna across to our Asian experts, Master Niyat. Tell us a bit about what kind of sweatshops going on here. What activity is this?
Well, I have no idea what's going on here because we're told that Khmer has taken over the shop, and as some of you guys have already pointed out, how does nobody else notice that this isn't the usual shop owner? He seems to be hungover, yet at the same time, she knows that he's taken over the shop, despite asking him, "What are you doing here?" It's just all over the place.
May I just say, they are saying that he is a white male drunk.
No,
he's not white. He's an Asian actor.
Well, adjacent then. Drunk is basically a no good alky. Everybody, a bum.
It's a strange one, this, because 1 minute he doesn't have a clue what's going on, and then the next minute he's got more knowledge than the little shoe shine guy from the Naked Gun /
Hey, Johnny.
What do you call it? Police
Johnny.
Squad. Yeah, he knows fucking everything, but yet he knows nothing 5 minutes later.
Wayfarer Project Wrench makes very valid points. He says it'll take new visitors weeks to understand the lore of this channel. He's got a good point there. So I'll just explain briefly. Whenever you've seen a load of wands appear on screen, no, I'm not going to go there. It's okay. We need some kind of new user manual, Brown, if you can get to work on that this week.
I will do, yes.
Let's explain the lore for our new visitors. Okay, so we are seeing a bit of a convo going on, and she's come here for a reason, though, hasn't she? What is it, Mega Geek? What's this guy? What's he doing here? He starts concocting something or other, doesn't he?
She talks about the next one she's going to go for, and he's talking about how blah blah blah, and then he says, "Oh, I've got this thing. Maybe you can poison him, give him some poison, whatever." And he concocts the poison, and she walks off.
Would you like some medication?
Yeah.
Medication from some erectile dysfunction.
It's really stupid, isn't it? It's like, I'm gonna kill this guy. How can you help me? I'll give you some poison. Okay. And why didn't she go poison? How am I gonna get him to drink it? Do you know what I mean? Is he why did she ask that rather than give me a weapon so I can shoot him? Do you know what I mean?
The guy's got a fucking lightsaber. If he wanted to end it all, you can perform fucking seppuku there and then.
Yeah.
But
I didn't quite get the logic.
Place and you want help, I'm going to kill someone. Give me a weapon or give me something. Whatever. I'll give you some poison. What the fuck are you talking about? Or how am I going to use this? How am I going to get him to drink it? You know what I mean? It shouldn't even ask those questions, does she? It's such a stupid script.
Ruin, one for you, mate.
This is the old tune. Yeah. Walk like a they, them, talk like a they, them, walk like a they, them, my non-gender specific child. What? I don't know how the ending goes. Did I get that right?
No.
Oh, what's
walk
the tune?
Like a they, them, talk like a they.
Oh, it's that one. I thought it was the old Stand By Me.
Like a they, them, my non-gender specific child, blah, blah, blah.
Walkie, I'm so sorry. Too much rums.
Those lyrics don't work with that tune, though, unfortunately.
I realised that halfway through. Okay, we do have a good one here for...
I need a weapon. So he gives them poison. What a stupid...
See the idea of her failing and then going back, regrouping, and then trying again. That isn't a particularly bad idea, but it's the if you pardon the pun, the execution of that. Yeah. I wonder if Arya Stark from Game of Thrones, I wonder if that was a little bit of an inspiration here as well, because that's the kind of thing that happens well.
Is that Ezra Miller?
Well, Jim Dowell's already beat you to it. Asian Ezra Miller, yes, or as Manuel says, Ezra Miller.
Well, why can't you get her a tank or something like that so she can fire it outside and blow up the whole place? Why give him some poison?
A chieftain tank or something?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, right? You know how many weapons are in the Star Wars universe, and he gives her poison. This is stupid.
Get a fucking Death Star.
That's right. Yeah, just get something. Give her poison.
Nuke the site from orbit. Be sure.
Seriously.
Internet Help Desk has been on Brownie. He did private message me just to say, let Brown know I've tried to get rid of all the viruses, but he really does need to stop going on the dark web and on those dodgy sites. But other than that, he also says he's been working here a couple of months now. It still doesn't understand half the law. So we really do need that.
It'll come good. Yeah, we'll sort it.
Okay, so yes, she settled on not a massive rocket or bomb or holdo maneuver, but poison. She's going for poison.
Bunter.
That's what your tutor did to you that time, wasn't it? Bunter.
No, that's the name of the poison. Bunter.
Oh, that's the name of the poison. Okay.
Not to be confused with Bunter Eve, different spelling.
As I said, right. She just tried to kick him and hit him and punch him, and it's like a big force field. And he gives her poison. Wouldn't she say, "Look, he's got a force field. How am I going to give him the poison? You idiot! Give me a gun. Give me a tank."
I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't want to be too charitable. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, they talk about trying to find a weakness in the guy, and the reason he's in the fucking strutter bubble in the first place is because of how he feels about the situation. And she gives him two options, and one of them is fun enough, the option that she would most like him to take.
No, it's stupid, because if he was guilty about it, right, he would have killed himself a long time ago. Why would he wait for her to come and give him poison, and then because she said so, he takes it?
I agree with that part. I do agree with that part.
That makes no sense. And why is he floating for 10 years if he's guilty? Why isn't he, with anyone that's holy or a part of a kind of like goodness club, don't they admit their failures? Don't they talk to their friends, their other elders, and ask them how they can get out of it? They don't go 10 years in a coma and float for 10 years.
Yeah, you think you'd at least be able to guilt him into doing the ironing or the hoovering or something, rather than just
it's stupid. It makes no sense.
He would have already found absolution. He would have spoken to the Jedi Masters, explained whatever situation would have happened. They would have told him to think about it, meditate, but also move on. Because the whole point of the Jedi is not to cling to the past, right? So he shouldn't be meditating on something that happened 10 years ago. It's just ridiculous. And to Ian's
go ahead. Go on.
No, I was just going to say, to Ian's point, the whole poison subplot is ridiculous, because in the end, she gets him to take the poison. So she could have just given him daggers and told him, kill yourself, right?
Yeah.
Like, because he would have done it. So what's the point of all this?
I still think it's because it's partly ripped off from Game of Thrones. I'm assuming he's got a lightsaber. He can, as I said earlier, he could do himself in 2 minutes if he really felt that way. It's strange because it's presented as if it's some kind of revelation to him that he could take that, what is known as horrendously the easy way out.
The MO of Squarehead is to destroy the Jedi, because in the history of Star Wars, the Jedis were the good guys, and she doesn't like that because they were all white straight men. Now she wants to destroy that, right, by creating this TV show and destroying everything that's good in Star Wars. It's so obvious that's what we're going to do. Those Jedis are guilty. Mr. Sol, he's probably guilty, and at the end we're going to find out they're all guilty and they deserve to die. Blah blah blah. That's why I
told you he's on form, folks. Yeah. I told you he's on form. Loving it. But hey, Jay Goodwin's been in touch with another verse. This is pants, wasting the time of our lives. Whoa, this is shite, not too bright, watching the Acolyte. Oh, Jay, I really need to write me more songs. That was fantastic. Anyway, Poison. And this Acolyte is really going to take them out one by one, isn't she? But anyway, we'll see how she gets on. Absolution.
He puts the fish flakes in there, doesn't he?
Oh, absolution! What are you talking about, you dumb idiot? Give me a bloody tank, you moron! Stupid.
Or some droid diggers.
Yeah. Give me a droid that like an evil droid or something.
It's a strange. Do you know? Is it a strange? It's a strange thing to add to the lore that Jedi's could be absolved of any either wrongdoing or fuck ups by doing himself in.
because Kenobi and Yoda would clearly have done it. Although at the same time, it does hark back to the source, which is the samurai and his Shogun Ashoras. That's what they do. So I don't know, I'm conflicted.
No, they don't. They do that if they fail. They don't kill themselves because they feel guilty. They do it if they fail. If they fail at a mission, what were they called? The Ronins. The Ronins used to do it all the time. If they've given a mission and they fail, they do. Was it seppuku? I can't remember how to pronounce
seppuku.
Yeah, and they stab. Yeah, and they stab themselves and they die because they failed. They don't kill themselves because they feel guilty. It's just stupid.
Well, George Lucas did base a Jedi on, like, you know, some samurai like themes. The Jedi do not commit suicide out of guilt. This isn't Star Wars.
Wow.
Luke kind of did. Or sorry, Jake kind of did.
Yeah, because that's what they wanted. These stupid squarehead people.
Man, that's the plan from the start.
What I don't understand in this is that she's been to try and already assassinate this Jedi, and then she fucks off, and then she goes back.
Yeah.
And this Jedi's not like done anything at all. He's still sitting there. He's like, he hasn't got to tell anyone.
No.
He hasn't armed himself up. He's done nothing. You know.
No security improvements. No.
None.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. How does she sneak back in? Surely there'd be like Jedi everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd think so. I mean, yeah. If only she had a very what's that alarm company? Very Sure. It's fine. Very sure alarm system on the.
Is that when you ring the bell and you have the video of them ringing the bell?
Yep. That would
have. Hello, come to see the Jedi that floats for 10 years.
She's got some kind of weird code, right, where she has to kill these Jedi without using weapons. Is that right?
Yeah.
No, just it's one of them. But I mean, it's called the Acolyte. It appears to be as if that's part of some kind of Sith trial, or
no, they have to accept the fight, because that's why she asked them, you know, attack me. They have to accept. They have to try, and I think that's the thing. I don't know.
Isn't the notion that if she did approach them with a weapon, I mean, technically she does because she uses her daggers, but if she was, say, to bring a sword or a lightsaber to the fight, that she would surely lose because the Jedi would defeat her, and the very fact that she's trying to fight them by hand means that the Jedi aren't going to strike her. No.
It's because the squarehead wants it to be this way, even though it doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense at all. And believe you me, her MO is to destroy the Jedis and make them all look like idiots, because that's the thing in Star Wars that hasn't been destroyed fully yet, right? So
it's all going to plan. So this is another one of those boring scenes where they're kind of traveling between places. They have to do some kind of, nothing exchange, and they're talking about the pip droid here, aren't they? Master Niyat, because we discussed this last week. You weren't here. Your thoughts on the pip droid?
I mean, it sort of reminds me. What's that Star Wars game that recently came out? Jedi Survivor.
Okay.
Cal Kestis? He has a similar sort of droid, and I didn't mind that too much. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird device, sort of figure, as though OSHA uses it as a vibrator as well. Not 100% certain, but yeah, it's a weird little thing. I don't hate it.
I think it's stupid. It's just stupid.
It's kind of doing whatever the plot asks of it, but I hated the I'm trying to sync it. That kind of took me out of it a bit. It's a bit like the you must unlock this to use this accessory type fucking deal she's got going on when you buy a dodgy cable.
Yeah. She said she got it in Corpsec. So she's a mechanic from Corpsec. Is that what she is?
Mechanic. That's so stupid. Oh dear. Mechanic.
Oh, crazy night with sounds like one of Brownie's nights out with his tutor. So the conversation continues. He's back, everyone. Are you ginned up, Mr. Brown?
Yes, I'm
lubricated.
Ginned up, everybody. Cheers, everybody.
Relieved yourself. Okay.
Who is it that asks this question? Can you remember?
Do you believe that May?
I don't think it's the Jedi Master, because I think he responds, if I'm right, doesn't he?
Because either way, it's
That's absolutely fucking ridiculous question for anyone to ask, bearing in mind what they know, what the audience knows at this time.
And what they know as well.
Yeah.
Well, clearly, if May isn't behind Indara's murder, it's Osha, which would be really awkward. So why are they having this conversation?
I think it's you. It's murdered her.
It's a really bad screenplay. It really is very bad.
Well, one of my favourite moments, the whole series is coming up. She must have survived somehow. We've gone there, folks.
Nobody's ever really gone there, are they?
Oh, we've gone there. We're in the true meta references to Rise of Skywalker, and fucking Palpatine survived somehow. Yes,
I have a feeling they're going to use this whenever they can, just to kind of lampshade what happened in Rise of Skywalker, make it look slightly less bad somehow.
The chat are straight in.
Yeah,
they see it all
over it. We see through this shit, don't we? We're all over it. But yep. And Brownie, just please, hand on your heart, other hand in the air. You didn't put this line in the text yourself, did you? This was genuinely in the episode for those who aren't watching.
This genuine, folks. Genuine.
Because the folks in the chat, they won't believe it, Anyway, we've got some super chats stacking up, so we'll pause on this awesome line and we'll do a couple of super chats. First of all, we've got another song request, and people have paid money for it. Now, help me out. Is this Kiss? Is that what this is? To this tune of Kiss?
They should really put the song. Oh, it's Michael Jackson, is it?
Oh, it's Michael Jackson.
You want to be starting something?
Oh, Rock With You.
All nights, trance the night away. I want to walk with you all night. Acolyte away. Even says Michael Jackson.
It does.
Brilliant.
So I missed it, and then Mega starts having to go at them for not putting the artist.
Motherfucker.
No, the song. They should put the song.
So we need the artist, the song, the year it was out, the chop.
Copyright. Yeah, we need all that, folks. Thank you, Black Lives or Black Knights.
I hope you enjoyed that Black Lives, Mr. Brown special. And from our Welsh friend, Swappers, why don't you take this one if you would?
Welsh?
It is Welsh.
Yeah.
I thought he was
from Wales.
Welshman in New Zealand.
New Zealand.
He's tagged his way through all the sheep in Wales. He's now gone to New Zealand.
This show is what you get when you put a square head in a plot hole. Have a great stream, folks. Gotta run. When Chuck Norris chops onions, the onions cry.
Enjoy that $5 New Zealand, Bruno. It'll probably be his last after that fucking horrendous sheepherder song.
Hey, he's a good guy. It'll be okay. We'll get him back on sometime soon, eh, Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're getting. I think we are getting the setup that Mega Geek was referring to earlier, because he's starting to kind of show some kind of guilt, some kind of maybe possible errors made in the past.
This guy. I've got to say this guy's great in this.
It's a woman, Brown. Come on.
No, go back one. He's great, isn't he?
But wait a sec, right? She can't remember what happened. Can she? She can't because she was too young to remember when.
No, it was Rohypnol, apparently.
Sorry, hold on. So I'm serious. Was she too young to remember how he saved them? Is that
she would have to remember because May remembers, and they were exactly the same age, and May seems to be motivated by what the Jedi did. And the only way for May's actions to make sense, actually, is for the 4 Jedi to have been intrinsically involved in the death of their parents, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if May remembers, she should remember, right? So in other words, if she remembers, then that means he didn't do anything bad because she would remember. She wouldn't team up with him. She remembers if he did something bad, right?
Well, maybe May saw it and Osha. I'm giving this show too much credit, and Osha didn't see it and was told by the Jedi what had happened.
Have you avoided the spoilers, Niyat?
No, yeah, I have, yeah. So I have no idea.
Should we keep quiet about the spoilers or speculate?
What, for episode 3, you mean?
Yes.
I think
my speculation is
just
basically
keep it
that the
quiet,
Four
keep it
Jedi.
quiet.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because I know what's supposed to happen via Chris Gore.
I kind
If you want to keep it quiet, Brown, I'll keep quiet.
Yeah, we'll keep it quiet. I will say I kind of get the feeling that Wednesday's show it's going to be special.
It's going to be a big one. Yeah.
So if you want to come on, you need to get your requests in early, folks.
Yeah. Are you capping it at 50?
12.
Oh, just 12. Okay, just 12. We've got. I don't know. I've seen Magnus before, but we've got Magnus.
Yeah, Magnus has been in a few times.
Oh, Magnus has been in before. Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, well, let's just get rid of it. We don't need to read it. He's been on before. No, I'm only joking, Magnus. He makes a good point. He says, it's painful reading comments from ignorant people who think that the only evil haters don't mindlessly swallow this poorly written liquid rat feces. Wow, Magnus.
Yowza.
Yes. Wow, he's
Say
right,
what you
though,
feel,
isn't he?
mate. Say
Yes.
what you feel.
I could not agree more. In fact, I would probably be over this entirely if it wasn't for these knob ends on Twitter just open their mouth and let their belly rumble and completely ignorant of context too. Well said, Magnus.
But again, right, they're out there to destroy everything that's good, that white males like. That's what they're out there to do. And
on Wednesday will be the day. Wednesday is the day.
So and I don't understand why people want to watch shit like this, you know, or even talk about it. It's just crap. It really is.
Should we do 12 hours on Wednesday, Brown?
Good
Seems
luck.
only right.
I think it could be a long one on Wednesday, don't
Good
you?
luck.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, I think it could
Maybe
be a long one Wednesday.
would it be controversial to start a bit earlier, or I don't know. We can talk about this off screen, but
yeah,
we'll see how it goes.
But everybody will know anyway. I mean, Chris Gore is already. I didn't watch Chris Gore. I didn't. Just saying that everybody's gonna know before you do your one anyway. So
that could be out the bag, but
yeah, it will be.
But they'll want our reactions, I'm sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Look, I can't resist it. We've got another song come up. Ruin to the tune of Roxanne by the Police. He's given us the song, the artist. So it's
Who is this film? Comics Explained.
I don't know why. He's got a wrench. He's got a wrench. So you must.
Why has he got a wrench?
You've given him certain privileges.
Yeah, you've given him one.
Anyway, Brownie, you just
sorry, I interrupted. Get on
all over my. You can sing that now, Brown. You can sing that damn song now, and you better do a good job of it.
What song is it?
Usha, you don't have to wear that cloak.
Christ!
Oh God!
Oh, no, go on, you do. I killed it. Sorry.
He's not paid, and he wants his money back. Osha, you don't have to wear that cloak tonight. Walk the space lanes. You don't have to sell your fate to the dark side. Osha.
Brilliant. Thanks, Roy.
Okay.
My gin glass just exploded.
Is that a euphemism, Brown?
Yes.
By gin glass, he means arse.
I thought people were isn't the Force? It's not. You can't teach the Force, isn't it? Meant to be in them, you know, like a talent or something.
George Lucas is very inconsistent with that. When sometimes he says that it's the midichlorian count, and then other times he said that anyone can tap into the Force. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Unbelievably, this boring conversation is still going on. We're having much more fun trying to ignore it, but again, it's basically the gist of it. He's a bit regretful. Shit's gone down. She's saying, "No, it's fine." We'll be...
Brown, if I may,
I'm frightened now.
If I may, can I ask you a green room question?
What now?
Have you seen Squid Game?
You know I haven't.
You haven't seen Squid Game? Fuck, log off this and go and watch it right now.
Bye, everybody. Take care. See you next time.
Thank Christ for that.
It is a very good show. I like
Yoko's gone. We can party again. Hey.
Let's just take this opportunity to
Go
See
on.
what?
Where is he?
Oh, that's
Just
so
the solo
cool.
kippers. Yeah,
That's so
God,
cool.
that's good, isn't it? I mean, if that was a character in the Acolyte, then we're all fully on board, aren't we? Oh.
Yeah, when we've still got 6 episodes left, we could be surprised.
Oh, good work. Anyway,
Some
go on, Brown.
comment said this CGI looked crap. You know what? I don't know if they did this on purpose to make it look like, like a 70s or 80s special effects shot.
No.
It doesn't look too bad. That's a bit harsh. It doesn't look
Well,
too bad.
the ship looks superimposed.
Yeah, when it
Yeah.
used to be like motion control. I don't know was this like a nod to that? I don't know.
Fuck no.
Was it?
No, it looks like a scene from Batteries Not Included.
It does a bit.
Yeah, it's shocking.
But the reason why it doesn't
Terrible.
work is because the sun is on the left, and it's still got shade as it flies through it.
You can see too much of it.
Yeah, the sun would reflect on it on the left, but it's just
It'd be in shadow.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it's
Moving
a
on.
shit show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit show.
Yeah.
So we've got this is what's the band name for these guys?
Oh, Christ.
Kajagoogoo.
Has that guy got a spider on his head or something walking past?
Oh yeah.
What's that on his head?
Yeah, what's going on there?
I don't know.
The Queefs.
Look at that little caravan. That's weird, isn't it?
Oh
Little
yeah,
caravan.
a little tracks on the bottom. Yeah, it's possibly a droid. That. So who've we got? We've got. She'd have to be Baby Spice in the middle. Would he be Lesbian
Posh.
Spice on the left?
No, we got Mel B. We got Mel B. bang in the middle at the back.
Yeah, we've got Tandoori Spice on the right. Oh no, let's not dwell. Okay, Brian, have you got any fake beard hair or bald spots or anything going here? Fancy a drink?
No, but we have number 2 selection in my drinking game coming up just shortly. If you can cast your mind back to an hour and a half ago,
Oh, excellent.
which was the the body positive Padawan.
Oh yes, I almost forgot about it. There's so many gems in here. Quick one, Brown. I asked Tom. Give me your honest opinion on Mr. Brown. This is what he said.
God.
I also
Tom's got me bang to rights. Sorry,
I also
folks.
asked Amber, and she said this. So I don't know. And then
No, I'm not a twink. I'm too old to be a twink. There's only one twink on this.
and
channel.
I asked Kyriantos. I said, what do you think of Brown? And also, what would you say his political leaning is? And Kyriantos said this. So you don't have to analyze it.
Possibly. Possibly. Yeah, possibly.
What the hell is going on?
Okay, so we've got another chat scene, folks. So they've gone to the Jedi, the local Jedi temple,
For local
to investigate. Is this Mega? I can hear you sighing. Is this not reminiscent of Obi-Wan's detective work in Attack of the Clones? You're not enjoying this?
What? No, and then the fat Jedi comes out, doesn't he, with the little kid? It's like, it's just ridiculous. And I mean, how could he be a Jedi? He's not even old. I mean, I just give in with this whole show. I really do. Oh, is that Kenny Everett? Who's that again?
Well, he's still he's still holding it in. Yeah,
he's still sleeping. Yeah.
Now this scene really, I think at the time I was taking a sip of cappuccino and I end up frothing all over myself because we've already referenced it, folks. We might as well just go ahead and spill the beans here. This fucking Jedi who at first looked like he could be so intriguing, he's a white guy, so he wasn't going to last long. He fucking tops himself, and I mean, Brian, I'm not lying here, am I? This essentially what happens while these idiots are trying to get into the Jedi Temple. By the way, takes the Acolyte less time to break in than it does these guys to fucking talk the way in, even though the Jedi.
Hold on. So basically, she goes through the skylight and she persuades him to drink the poison.
Yes.
Okay, because he feels guilty. Now, in Return of the Jedi, it's obvious that Darth Vader felt guilty towards the ending.
Ooh.
Instead of fighting Darth Vader, he could just give him poison. Right, Darth, drink that. Yeah, Darth Vader would drink it. End of story. This is so stupid.
Well, when we remake the Return of the Jedi, when Darth says, Luke, help me remove my mask so I can drink the poison. It'll all make sense, don't worry. Anyway, we go anyway. Brian, I'm coming back to you. Sorry, I know I asked you a question. We didn't quite get the answer. Here's the body positive Jedi. Go on, Mega Geek. You're not a fan of this guy?
But isn't Jedi's meant to be a certain age and full of wisdom? And you got this little fat boy coming towards you with this little kid. And how can he be a Jedi? It's ridiculous, isn't it? And that little girl looks like the little girl that lives down the road from me. She really does. What the hell is she doing in Star Wars, for God's sakes?
This Padawan's trials will be to eat my entire cake.
It's just ridiculous.
Well, I was going to ask the chat, but they're already way ahead of us. So Kiriantos has come up with the fatter one. Black Lives or Black Knives for $1.99. Jedi the Hutt. So we are taking submissions for the Jedi in the background's name. We're going to see a little more. Oh, there's a better one of them.
There's a belter here. Look.
That's it. Master KFC.
BA Barbecues. Master KFC.
Has he been gobbling up all the turds from the floating Jedi? It's the only.
That guy looks like Chris Eccleston, doesn't he? The one on the left.
Yeah, he does a bit. Yeah,
a bit. Yeah, young Chris Eccleston.
Can I just say the vagrant, the naughty person who helped what's her face get in?
Yeah.
Diversity hire. In fact, they're all diversity hires.
They all are, yeah.
Drink, everybody.
I like this one from our resident fat expert, Fat Lobber. He says, Obi Ton.
Oh my god, this is so shit. It's unbelievable.
Oh god, this is really happening. I promise, Brownie, admit you've not stretched this out, have you? Or you've not done any fancy Photoshop. This is genuinely what happens.
This is generally what he looks like.
Yeah, this is the purest of screen grabs, everybody.
Another one here from Black Lives on form tonight. Diabetites. Hello to Pengu Pete, who says, "What the hell did I just walk into?" It's Pengu Pete. I can't see from his. He looks like he's at Galaxy's Edge. He's either got a selfie at Galaxy's Edge. Jesus Christ. Okay. Welcome, Pengu Pete. Anyway, I'm still just going through. Oh, good one from Holden Tudyks. That's no moon. We're going to get in trouble for this.
Great to see some new faces tonight.
Yeah. Well, they've all come over from Friday Night Tights.
They have.
Yep, and the Internet Help Desk has said that the only force he's got is a gravitational.
Oh God!
I can't. Honestly, I know we might be bogged, but we're bogged in the best way possible.
On fire tonight.
Hooligan says, "Master Slow."
Is she wearing a rucksack, little girl?
No, a man bun.
The little girl, is she wearing a rucksack?
No, man bun.
This could go on a while. I'm gonna call it at this one because common people may have just actually topped the lot. Jediabetes. Brilliant. Okay.
Oh no, it's not a rucksack.
Before we jump on, like on the note of this overweight Jedi, it seems like in the name of inclusivity, they've dropped the standards. I tweeted this yesterday, but there used to be a time when actors would change who they were or their body to fit the role they're playing. Now the role changes to fit the actor. You know, we used to celebrate actors getting into shape to embody the character. We don't have that anymore.
Well, apparently this guy, he was ripped. Apparently, he got this role, and they told him to eat 75 donuts a day for 6 months.
Oh, come on, Brown. He's ripped off, is what he was. I do like this from very good Drew Gordon as well. If you get the reference, I do. Tom, we're going to need a bigger hip. Oh God. There's lots more, honestly. Chat, you've outdone yourself. Bring that same energy on Wednesday. We're going to need it. Anyway, back to this scene. And by the way, serious pacing problems in this episode. It's slow as fuck. I mean, honestly, Brian, I'm coming back to you. Brian, talk us through this. This is, it's the end of Master Torben, isn't it? Before he even got going.
Kenny Everett.
Is Brian with us?
I don't know.
Is he on mute?
He's on mute. Yeah.
Oh, he's on mute. Oh, he's waited.
You know when you're in the West End in London and they have those people that are painted golden, it's like they're sitting on nothing. That's how they did that effect, isn't it? His cape is covering his real feet, and he's got little plastic feet in front of him, so it looks like he's floating. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Some fucking shill's going to cosplay as Master Torben at the next, Star Wars conference. Oh, yeah. So he's took the Barash vow, apparently.
What?
Any chance, Brown, you could take the Barash vow and just shut the fuck up for the next 10 years? Any chance, maybe?
What the hell's this?
Now.
And then he opens his eyes when he gives him the poison. What a load of old rubbish. Seriously. What a load of crap.
Brian's back. Let's bring Master Schofield. Let's bring Brian back because I did want to get his thoughts on this. So, Brian, this is the end of Master Torben before he even got going, isn't it? What do you make of it? The demise of Torben and the method.
This is the end, beautiful friend. Well, if anyone else is singing on, I may as well continue singing. It was. We don't know anything about him. There's no stakes. There's nothing. We only have flashbacks coming up. Hooligan S3 says Morris Gibb not staying alive. Nice.
Yeah, brilliant. So we cut between the Jedi taking an awful fucking long time to have a nice cozy conversation. Get into the fucking temple as a man at risk, for God's sake. But
as Niyat said, why don't they sense it the same way as Anakin and Kenobi sense it in Attack of the Clone? Sense the threat.
Well, the writers didn't think about that, did they? That's probably why. He hasn't spoken to anyone in over 10 years. Wow. Go on, Brown. Let's see, you're already on it. Do it again. One for the road.
He will speak to me.
Have you got, the way you do Jamaican and you put a mon at the end?
He will speak to me.
Can you put a Daniel-son at the end of every one of these lines?
Daniel-san.
Go on, so do it again.
He will speak to me, Daniel-san.
There you go. I think that way we're going to keep going with that.
Cobra Kai back this month, couple of weeks. Can't wait.
There you go. Mega Geek called it. That's absolutely fake little legs, and his real legs are in the cloak, aren't they?
Yeah.
It was Brian, was it? Sorry, Brian.
What?
Tiny, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fucking Oscar Pistorius.
You just love it if he turns around and walks off. Is
he like a reverse Bernie Clifton with the... That's for the Brits, everybody. You're welcome.
That's crazy. So, Rod Hull used to have a fake arm, but he's got a couple of little fake legs. And it'd just be great if he spoke exactly the same way.
Did you ever watch Fist of Fun? Swappers, remember when they had their fake Rod Hull? It would come on with a fake arm with no emu.
Exactly, yeah.
I saw Fist of Fun, but it was a completely different movie, I'll tell you.
Right. She's brought him a little vial of green jelly.
Purest
green jelly. Oh, beautiful Swappers. Beautiful. Oh, there's about 3 people in the chat that will probably get that reference, but
yeah. That reminds me of school green jelly.
So she offers him a choice: either confess your crime to the Jedi Council or receive the forgiveness you seek right here, right now from me. So why does
But she wanted to kill him, so why would he confess?
Why would she give him a choice as well?
Because she wants to kill him, so that's a no-no. That's a bit of a
Well, the notion is that she knows he's so racked with guilt that he will kill himself. But my concern is that, like, Master Tobin is so OP with the Force that the only way for May to kill him was by telling him to confess his white privilege to the Jedi Council. He didn't want to do it.
Take a drink, everybody.
I don't want to be controversial, but he does look like a bit of a fiddler. You know what I mean?
Good work, Magnus. Good work.
Oh.
Look who's dropped in, everyone.
Hi, George. Hey.
Good to have you, George. Okay, Brownie, we're up to 124 man babies in the chat. You said no one to turn up because it's Friday night and
everybody's watching tights. Yeah.
125. We've got an intercity, everybody.
See.
That's for the Brits. You're welcome.
So she tells him to face the past, and
Master Tobin.
And then he speaks, doesn't he?
He
I can't
opens
remember
his
what his voice
eyes.
is like. What's his voice like?
Been waiting.
Kenny Everett.
Kenny Everett.
Have you got a decent Kenny Everett there, Brian? Any chance?
I've been promised a show. Let's just say the word pubes.
That's hilarious.
I loved Kenny Everett back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here you go. Internet help desk. A high-speed 80s train. The Intercity 125.
God.
You remember this is the age of the train, and guess
This
who voiced?
is the-
Yeah, guess who voiced that advert?
Sir James of House Savile.
Yeah.
Brown, talking of trains, you know when your tutor and your tutor's friends ran a train on you?
Love train.
How's your prostate coping since that moment?
It's the size of a walnut.
Okay, I don't know if that's good or bad. I just thought
Healthy,
while we're
healthy.
waiting for the Jedi to get their fucking horses into the temple, maybe you could just give us you like to do these public warnings, announcements. Why don't you give a prostate health advice moments to the man babies in the chat?
Okay, well, I'll just say for the older gentlemen, I've said this before, cracking one off once a month is very good for...
Once a month. Fuck off, Brown.
Once a week is very, very good for once an hour is very, very good for prostate health, especially in the older gentlemen. Don't feel embarrassed to crack one off.
You haven't lived until you've had the nurse plus doctor, did you?
Yeah.
Common people in the chat wrenched says Brown's prostate is hanging lower than. Apologies to those in New Zealand who are just tucking into the breakfast. So sorry about that. Anyway, pivotal scene. Sorry about that. I was goading Brown into prostate conversation again.
What's the is it Osha, the main protagonist? Yeah. She just walks off, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does, and they don't notice.
Into a shortcut. Why didn't they take the shortcut to go to the main room? I don't get that.
Because it's stupid. That's why. This whole script is stupid.
Yep.
I mean, how did she know where to go as well? Oh, she was hearing the voice, wasn't she? Or some voice was telling her. It just was stupid script.
It was a little bit.
Yeah, it's a stupid script.
And the revelation that Yord was watching her the entire time, which is coming up just shortly, but he's watching her the entire time, but he sits there and says nothing for a good 30, 40 seconds for dramatic impact.
And if he was guilty all that for 10 years, he would have killed himself a long time ago.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as easy just to give him some green jelly, make him eat it without the custard. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Absolutely
Someone
ridiculous.
in the chat said Mountain Dew, which is it's quite like Mountain Dew.
Kippers, can we get your very best Emperor Kipling for this comment by I've been burgled?
Which is never nice.
I've been burgled in the chat. Everyone pray for little platoon. You know his prostate.
Oh God. Yeah, so look, they're hinting at that maybe the Jedi fucked up at some point, and he's been having all this guilt over us. And there we go. He's gone, folks.
Down
He
in one.
takes the shots, and what do you call it, Brian? The sepulcher, is it?
Sepulchre.
Sepulcher. Is that the one where you've got all the numbers and you have to get them in the right order?
Yes.
Okay. I know what you mean.
That's the one.
So there we go. So that's the end of Master Torben.
Did we do this super chats? We did, didn't we? Jedi
We did,
the Hutt.
but it's so good. Let's see it
And
again.
Captain Hindsight for knock 14. The sticker, we can't see the sticker, but yeah.
What's knock currency?
Norwegian
Quality mutton chops on Captain Hindsight.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah.
I know another captain with massive mutton chops, but
so do I. Thank you, my friend.
Would you grab him by the chops and kiss him on the lips for that super sticker, Brownie?
With mutton chops like that, yes.
Yeah.
They're belters, aren't they?
There's Master Torben. First time his horse has touched the ground in 10 years, folks, and he's dead.
Gone.
BA Barbecues in the chat says, does the Torben action figure come with a little vial of poison? It really would. The Master Torben action figure would be the fucking saddest figure since the Luke Skywalker from The Last Jedi, wouldn't it? It really would be tragic. But
detachable bald spot.
So he's dead, and yeah.
What's with his eye? Looks a bit.
Take a drink.
I think we'll find out.
Yeah, originally the scar was down the middle, and then they had to move it. Look ridiculous.
Oh, nice.
You like that, do you, Brian?
I hope everyone got that reference there.
No, they're not keeping up with
They
me.
don't. You think they missed it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Shall we explain it to them? No.
Go on then, Brian. Go on. The best jokes need explaining.
Yes, they do.
Go back then.
Don't really need to go back. It's JJ Jar Jar Abrams put a scar on Kylo Ren's face.
What?
And Rey tans him with a fucking lightsaber. So
Kylo who?
Yes. So it was relatively badly positioned, which would justify him putting his helmet back on. But Ruin decided, let's just change the scar, position the scar, and decided to change it. So, yeah, he did that, which was fucking ridiculous. Can I just say a very quick hello to Tim's talk? And speaking of Kylo Ren, Timmy.
Oh, yeah. Our very own resident Kylo Ren. Let's bring him up. There he is. Yep. And you're absolutely right. We do know how to eke the most out of these episodes. So there's Master Useless gone, and she's taken another Jedi scalp, hasn't she? Wow. And that's two whites she's got now. White female, white male.
Yay!
Yep.
Order 66 for Whitey.
There's Brown's arsehole when his tutor's finished with it. And we get a lightsaber.
What does Master Torben do when it pisses with rain on that planet? Does he just sit there and
gets wet?
Yeah.
It probably washes away all the poop under his.
That's how stupid the script is. It's absolute rubbish.
Mega Geek, you were saying to me you can't wait for someone to ignite a blue lightsaber. Well, here you've got it. You're not excited by this moment?
No.
I like this blue lightsaber. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
and then what's his name? The gay boy comes down and says, "No, he's not. She's not guilty. I saw her. I followed her, and all that rubbish."
But did he? Yeah. Did he?
Who cares? Who cares? I don't know. I just think this is just crap. Absolute nonsense.
So she's got the
Even
yeah. Go on.
No, go on. You know what I want to say.
No, I was just gonna. I almost lost the
back to
fucking plot
Pip
myself, but yeah. So
go back to Pip. Go back
to Pip.
Yeah,
I'll just say just to put it in
What?
context.
Let's go back 10 slides, everybody.
Even I'm losing the fucking plot, and I've seen the damn thing. Basically, okay, so he's been assassinated by the evil twin sister, and then the nice twin sister comes along, finds the poison
through the shortcut.
Yep, licks it. And then she dies. No, she knows it's poison, but then the Jedi walk in and then they think she's done it. And then she goes into fight stance and there's Pip.
And then Pip goes, like,
you know
how
what?
did she get?
Pip looks like an
Welcome
80s
to Talking Over Each Other.
Doesn't that look like an 80s little camera? You know, little video camera used to get in the 80s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it
Very
is.
much so.
I mean, most droids have some kind of recognizable features. This is just a fucking Walkman in a pocket. Anyway, Master Niyat, please take it away.
Yeah, sorry, mate.
No, I was just saying, how did Osha get there before them? This is her first time in this Jedi temple.
Exactly what I said a couple of minutes back. He said that a couple of minutes back.
It's so bizarre.
Well, the plot requires it, so it must. The oldest gamer, who indeed must be very old, he says a tricorder. What the hell's a tricorder?
In
Star Trek.
Oh, Star Trek. Talking of dog shit TV shows.
Yes.
Sorry to all the Trekkies and Mr. Brown.
Start explaining.
So here we go. New band lineup. We've got
the Sabres.
Fatboy Slim.
Fatboy Slim.
We've got the token white guy, the fat guy, the baby spice, and the transsexual on the right hand side. We've got the full lineup there. So he was poisoned. Yes, we get it. How do you know she didn't do it? And here he is, our favorite Jedi.
Gay boy.
Front of the entire time.
We've got a song.
Oh no, God!
Oh, sorry. Are we allowed to do this? From Savros.
Okay, who says that Jedi has moves like Jabba. He got moves like Jabba. He got the moves like Jabba. There we go. I thought I'd take it down an octave there. You know,
that really pisses me off having a morbidly obese Jedi. Surely the idea of having a Jedi is focus and discipline. And yet he looks as if he's been never away from the McDonald's drive-through.
Perhaps his discipline is eating.
But that's
ill discipline.
Again, this is a good reason not to watch this show, right? Because that's what they want the show. This is true. This is what they want to do, right? So destroy the show.
The whole point of the Jedi is that they're supposed to be in peak physical and mental conditioning.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right? Like.
Well, he's got very strong jaw muscles with all that eating, so yeah, he's in peak condition.
No,
I think he's only there to give Brian Young someone to cosplay
as. Jim makes a good point. Why didn't they try and force heal him? Well, Jim, I know the answer to this one. It's because they used all their force healing on Fat Jedi to cure his diabetes, so that's why they'd run out of force healing. But there we go. So no signs of a struggle. So it's like NCIS crime scene. This is fascinating.
He took his poison willingly,
and he wanted out of the show.
Brownie didn't do it properly.
Welcome to Talking Over.
Welcome to saying welcome to on the Welcome to channel.
Brownie, do the goddamn line with the ending.
I did. What? What ending? He took his poison willingly. Come on,
Daniel-san, you fucking drunk. What?
He took his.
What is it? The bunt. What's
Bunta.
The bunta.
It's poison.
The leaf that the poison is derived from.
The bunta.
He took the bunta willingly.
This poison willingly, Daniel-san.
Bunta.
we've got a cracker from Amber Sidaway, and I really, I don't know if he's going to appear on screen anytime soon, so I'm just going to roll with it. I am the fat, and the fat is with me. Great Rogue One reference there. So this is Bunter. Bunter is poison. Welcome to force feeding the audience with the fucking exposition, and we know it's poison, you fucking square-headed fool. Anyway,
Ezra Miller's fallen on bad times, by the way.
If I may,
you may.
If I may, can I make a confession here?
Oh no!
You loved it, didn't you?
Danger of being the recipient of many rotten tomatoes to the skull. I didn't mind this guy at all. I thought his acting was quite natural. However, the script let him down badly, and a lot of the stuff he does and says makes no sense whatsoever. But in terms of purely the guy's acting, I thought he was quite good.
I think quite a few of the characters, the actors, are really, really good at acting. They're really great actors. And that's probably why it's not as bad as what it could be.
Yeah.
Flopmeister didn't know it was poison, so he did appreciate the characters informing us that in fact it is poison. So
may I?
May I? Go on, Brown.
Anonymous bastard, Ezra Miller.
Looks nothing like Ezra Miller. Oh, actually, he does. Actually, you're right. Look, see that? Look, the lady in the background. She's still got the trim.
There you go.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one we saw originally.
That looks. That could be a wok, but the correct way up. That could be cooking something in that wok.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Put the wok signal out, folks.
Master, I cut you off.
No, I cut you off. No, I was just going to say, this is just another example of like redundant dialogue. Like they'll have a scene where they'll explain something to us with dialogue and character interactions. And then 10, 15 minutes later, they'll repeat what they told us before. It's like, it's information that we don't need because we already know this. Like it's so much wasted time.
I kind of felt that was almost like a bit of lampshading, them saying that, kind of conveniently, it must have come from nearby as well as on the screen there.
Yeah, it's just overly convenient, isn't it? I mean, it's distilled. Oh, it must have come from nearby. Let's go and check the local poison shop. Maybe he's got something to do with it. I mean,
and the shop is directly across the road.
Yeah.
What is that? What
apothecary?
You've never heard of an apothecary, Brown? You fucking Philistine. What's wrong with you? They have schools in Leeds.
No. Medieval style pharmacy, Brown. That's where you get your pile cream, Brown, if you feel the need of a self-administered digit.
Piles.
If you had piles, you would not fucking joke about them. I'll tell you that.
It's great. Exactly. Piles is not a laughing matter, everybody.
It's a hilarious.
It's not. You've obviously never had them, so off.
I'm not saying anything, but it is fucking hilarious. It really is. It's one of these things that you just can't help laughing at. If you didn't put it this way, if you didn't laugh, you'd cry, bro.
The internet help desk just helps clarify the plot a little. He says, "Yes, let's go talk to Dave, the poison seller. He might know."
All right, Dave.
People defend this shit, folks. People are defending this, saying it's the best thing since Andor. It's the best thing since Empire Strikes Back. Fucking hell!
I think this is the best thing since Ahsoka.
That's the only thing since Ahsoka, surely, other than Bad Batch. Do you know, it's kind of funny they're using these binoculars when it's the same view they would get if they were using.
Yeah.
This. Oh my lord.
It's just this guy getting fatter every scene he's in. He's like the.
It's the catering, you see. That's where the 180 million went.
Fucking right.
Disney do really, really good catering.
Robbie said that. Sorry.
Katie Sackhoff said that as well.
How have they cast this guy? It's ridiculous.
Because they want body positivity, a great big fat.
But that body is not positive; it's fat.
To him, it is.
Yes, I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, listen, I'll take it as a small victory because we've not seen Lizzo yet.
We have the planet.
He's the de facto Luto.
I was trying to find something because Melvin's chucked this in. £2 from Melv, who says, "Is the bald green Jedi bird Tranny Lennox?" I don't think she's in this. She's in the
No, she was in the one before
hologram form, but that's yeah. Well, I'm sure we'll see her next week, Melv. Melvin, for those who don't know, Melvin, I really must credit him. He is the guy who gives me all the Liam Neeson dong jokes. So thanks, Melvin. Keep them coming, Melv.
Bye, Melvin.
Okay. Moving on. Back to Bolton or wherever we are. Yeah, what's going on? Oh, they're securing the perimeter. Oh, they think they've got her, don't they? Wow, this is.
Is he getting cooked here?
Yes, big time.
Big time cooking, everybody. By the little one.
Oh yeah. Oh, she puts him right. Yeah, get ready to drink. Puts him right in his place.
There's a few kind of the young'uns know better. Like kind of home and away vibe here that gets. That's a strange shot of him, isn't it? He looks constipated. Look at fucking Fatty's face in the middle. He looks as if he's about to eat him.
What? He was just told he can't eat another cupcake. He's quite sad.
We know why he is the condition he's in. Cartoon Man 154 tells us it's force feeding. Also, Echo Chamberlain, interesting bit of trivia, his calorie count is higher than his midichlorian.
That's funny.
Oh, God.
I will say, Echo, are you enjoying your Saturday morning Mr. Brown Alliance?
I bet
Also,
you,
right.
It wasn't until you started talking about piles and prostates, Brown. Sorry, go on, Mega Geek.
The Padawan's idea was stupid, wasn't it? Because there was no way that guy was not going to know she wasn't who she was, because he knows her. So and that's exactly what happened. So they should have next time the Padawan spoke, just tell her to shut up because your idea didn't work.
She didn't make any kind of attempt to try and hide what she was. She just went in there and went,
yeah, exactly. So as if the guy's not going to notice that's not her.
BA Barbecues makes a good point. He says, how much of the budget was spent on his meal?
178.
Yeah, the bloated budget.
I feel sorry for the guy that made his belt. They must have had to stress test it to put fucking fill in the blanks.
Would you like to know the Katie Sackhoff story about catering?
Yes.
If I've got my facts straight, she was interviewed about not Boba Fett, The Mandalorian, and Battlestar Galactica was mentioned, and something was mentioned about why the episode's so expensive for The Mandalorian, and she just said in passing that the catering budget, they spent more on catering than they did on Battlestar Galactica back in 2004 in the per episode on catering. Anyway, moving on.
Well, was that guy on that cast as well? So yeah, he does get well and truly cooked here, doesn't he? Because she comes up with an alternative plan, and our old friend there, Sol, says, "Yes, we'll go with your plan."
It was a stupid plan. Stupid, it really was.
We've got. I did promise you some if Y fucked X. We've got from Cartoon Man. Looks Ziggy Stardust fucked Johnny Winters. Who's Johnny Winters?
Don't know.
I get the Ziggy Stardust though. Is that your tutor, Johnny Winters, Brownie?
Bernie Winters, maybe.
Yeah.
Brit joke there.
Schnorbits.
Yeah.
I like Katie Sackhoff. I think she's based as fucking. She's kryptonite to the modern day wokarati as well.
Brownie, do you jerk off to Sackhoff?
Well, not recently.
Well, you said it's good for the prostate. Just asking. Okay, so he's been cooked. Is he this guy in the middle? Is he on Make-A-Wish? What's he doing here? I don't understand. Seems to have.
Pass.
No, we don't know.
Are
you
you
ready?
ready? Are you ready, Daniel Sam?
Yord always wears gloves for some reason. I wonder if I'm going to have a quick look at Yord's gloves and the Smilo Ren, as Mauler calls it, the baddie. See if he's got the same glove.
Here's a question. So we've had Lizzo, and now we've got this chap. Who'd win in a sumo off?
A sumo off?
Yeah. Get the big fucking nappies on them, put them in the ring. Who's gonna win?
Well, it's obviously not going to be him because the Lizzo's more powerful.
Really?
Yeah, look, they're all coming in. Look,
I can't believe we're still on this slide.
Jedi Pie Master. Are you ready, Daniel Sam?
We haven't even gone into the store yet. We're still on this. We're still on this platform. Well, we should be in the store.
Come on,
by
we're getting
now.
bogged down.
I'm waiting for the platform to collapse. Jay Goodwin says, if Fat Jedi joined the Empire, it could have been the Girth Star.
Speaking of Girth, we haven't seen Girth Night.
Yeah, where's
tonight.
Where's Girth Night? Oh, okay.
Perhaps he was so upset with the show he didn't want to join in. I don't know.
What's going on here? Is
welding
this
scene, the obligatory Star Wars welding scene.
Okay. Oh, we've got a good one. I can't let this one go. Master Pie Walker. Very good.
I'll say I do have a problem with
piles.
Not the moments. The tech, they're kind of what we're seeing on screen, even the clothing, it's too much like Star Wars, the original trilogy. Surely it should be less advanced. Just doesn't look quite right for me.
It depends. You're talking about a fantasy universe versus the Earth technology and how it's improved over the space of 100 years. Technically, they could have that technology. It's not a big deal for me, but I can understand.
And this is one of my favourite background characters here, folks. I would say, is this if Skeletor fucked a bull? I mean, what's going on here? It's got the big skull face, the horns.
It's the Punisher does Star Wars.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Punisher 2004, that'd be a good film to do, Brown.
Oh, finally, we're in the shop now then.
We're in the shop, yep. So this is just to, again, it must be confusing for the people who've never seen this channel. So we are sending in the nice twin to pretend she's the evil twin to try and, she's going to use a pocket Walkman thing to record the conversation, to get the evidence, and that's what we're doing. And then
they're recording it.
Ziggy Stardust, listening in. And here he comes. And at first, it seems he takes the bait, doesn't it?
Don't they let him go? Don't they? Don't they let him go or something?
Yeah, he probably says. Saul says, "If you cooperate, you will let you go."
Oh, a lot of rubbish.
Daniel San.
Look at the size of that guy. Fucking hell.
He's a big unit.
Yes, Brownie, I saw that video you sent me, which was rather disturbing, but weirdly, you said the exact same line here. It was, that video where you're getting pegged by that that Leeds hooker.
Well, the bit where it said, "Let's pull her out."
That's the one. Yeah. That's all we need. Let's pull her out.
Lad, you're acting so strange.
Certainly are.
So it does. Yeah. I mean, do you think she was trying to create a tense moment here, or is that just?
No, it's just explaining everything for the slow kids.
It's weird. They had there was the potential for them to make this a decent scene, but she just completely gives the game away from the off.
Mm-hmm. Here's a comment from DVB. If only the team that made Cobra Kai made Star Wars from the get.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
hell.
No,
Yeah,
Whoa.
absolutely.
That's.
it was destroyed
Imagine
by
that.
woke anyway.
Can you imagine what it'd be like now? Star Wars.
You know, I'm going to say it.
Would be buzzing.
Cobra Kai. It does tick a lot of the woke boxes, but you know what? It's not really a problem, is it?
It's got something for everybody. That's the problem.
Well written.
Yeah, it's got something for everybody.
I always maintain there's good woke and bad woke, to be
And
quite
it's
honest.
respectful.
Yeah, that's all we ask, isn't it? A bit of respect for the
Respectful
social
to the
material.
original characters, the canon. Yeah.
Well done, DVB. Well done. Top comment, my friend.
Oof.
Go on, do the line, Brown.
Go, Daniel-san.
I'll never get tired of that. So, again, they're trying to... He thinks he's got enough evidence now, so they send their crack team in. But really, this is where he... So, someone explain... Master Niyat, you've got something... some sobriety about you that I'm lacking at the moment. So, he knew all along it was the good twin.
I'll begin by saying, no, I'm not sober. And I'll continue by saying there's a lot of inconsistencies with Camille because we later find out that he was aware that she has a twin because when May confronts him, she tells him that her twin was here. And he's like, yes, I'm well aware. And right now he's saying that she looks exactly like May. So he's well aware. But at the same time, we have no idea how far or how much he's connected with the master that's training May and how much he knows about May's operation because his backstory is not fleshed out. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it's true. And you know what? Whoever said it earlier, it might have been Brian, might have been Mega Geek, can't remember. He's not bad, this guy, as an actor and the way he plays the part. It might have been Brian even. I can't remember whoever said it. Fair play. So we have the moment where the Jedi crash in, the piss yellow lightsaber, and they nail him, don't they? Why does this young Jedi play such a dominant part in the group? She's very forthright, isn't she?
She's a good actress.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
She's fantastic.
What's in the back the tank in the back there?
Somebody's dinner? I don't know.
So he's pleading innocence, but
if you cooperate, we will consider letting you go with a verbal warning, Daniel-san.
They don't have the authority to do this because they know that he's complicit in the murder of a Jedi Master.
Yeah,
At the very least, he'd be taken to Coruscant.
Yeah,
he'd be imprisoned.
You're fucking nicked, me old beauty.
The whole thing it's just really badly written. Doesn't make any sense. He would have been arrested. Yeah, definitely. Because the Jedi acting like the police, aren't they? In this,
is this I remember? Oh, sorry. Please don't do the memory wipe thing.
Can they do that?
That's the first time I'm ever hearing.
Yes, yeah. Can a Jedi do that?
This is Black.
I'm sure I've somewhere before. Really?
Memory wipe. Is he?
Or is it a machine?
Is he referring to like the Obi-Wan? These aren't the droids you need.
No, that's not memory wipe.
It's not memory. I know, but is he like
okay.
confusing it for a memory wipe style? I don't know. Or is the writer that fucking stupid that she thinks the Jedi can do memory wipes? I don't know.
I go for the latter.
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
Basically, Headland doesn't know what the powers are, right? So there's forced persuasion, which is when you encourage somebody to do something and they've got a weak mind and they'll just follow your instructions regardless. And then you've got a mind probe, which allows you to pull information from someone's brain. Leslie Headland doesn't have a clue, so she just goes, "Oh, mind wipe thing."
It's now canon, folks. The memory wipe thing is now canon as a Jedi skill. There we go. Thanks, Leslie.
How inconsistent is the Jedi's use of Force? Because in episode 1, when they're looking for Osha, Yord is willing to do like a Force choke and some sort of mind manipulation interrogation on the Nemoidian. But here, when they're actually confronted with somebody who's complicit once again in the death of a Jedi Master, they just take him at his word. They just believe everything he says.
Yeah, and Anonymous Bastard similarly says, stupidest thing in the show is to let this guy go. He knows who Maze Master is. Do the memory thing. There we go.
Yep.
We do have an answer, Brownie. Khalid says that's Brown's prostate recovering in the Bacta tank after a visit from the tutor. Don't worry, the Bacta will get you sorted out, Brown. Yeah. So he's just the drug pusher, isn't he? The supplier.
Is this? Yeah.
We need Brian, but is he still gone?
Brian,
or?
You there, Brian? Earth calling Brian.
He's on mute, isn't he? I was going to say the reason I wanted Brian is because I wanted a Han Solo impression, because it sounds remarkably like one of the opening lines to Solo.
That
Solo
lost
movie.
money. That lost money apparently.
Yeah, it started out gun running for the Hertz. It
started
did
out
lose
gun
money
running for the Hertz.
There we go. Thanks, Swappers.
Yeah, Drink Everybody Huts reference.
Who is he?
Ooh, is he him?
How dare you assume pronouns?
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Who is he him? Daniel San.
Thank you. Very bold to use such a singular pronoun there.
Yeah, problematic. Does May have a master, Daniel San?
Oh, he knows shit. We need to quiz it.
Yeah.
Fucking cuffs on him. Put him on a ship and let's take him back for some probe droid action.
Probe, yeah, anal probing.
Yeah. If you want to get it, you'll be back here tonight. Oh God. You'll secure the perimeter. So this is where they're gonna try and round her up, aren't they? Yeah.
You're coming with me, Daniel San.
Can we have this in the style of RoboCop, Brown?
You're coming with me.
Cue the 80s music.
Shite.
No, what's this? It's like
It's
French
a night
castle.
scene. Night scene, everybody.
So are we assuming they've closed the perimeter around the town and they're trying to round her up? That's what's going on, isn't it?
Don't know. Are any of the panels still here?
This place really, it looks like Space Glasgow, doesn't it?
Space Glasgow.
Very retro, but lots of neon lights. Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly
here you
how I
go.
would describe Glasgow. But...
Take the biggest fucking drink you can take. There you go, folks. It's there on screen. Look at
this
that.
was crudely wedged in about as bad as Brown's tutor's Todger.
Big
in the,
drink,
in
everybody.
Cinema. It was really intrusive, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Ham-fisted.
Cheers, everybody.
Bollocks. When she says, what if this guy's lying or if this is a trap, are they referring to him being an effeminate male posing as a female? Is that what they mean when they say, what if this is a trap? And is this another reference to a classic Star Wars line?
It is. It's a trap.
Drink, everybody. Double drink. Yard, cook, stick to the plan.
To do again.
Yeah, he's really been cooked to fuck, hasn't he? Yeah, all the chatter on the it's a trap line. Very good. Boosh McFadden says...
oh, sorry. There you go.
Fatty can make the castle run on 25 donuts.
I'll need more than that.
Oh, very good.
Go on, Brown.
I will confront her, Daniel San.
Oh, you know, you're going to have this for the next 8 weeks.
I was going to say The gin's kicking in big time here.
Ooh, yeah. What are you drinking, Master Niyat? You said you're not sober. What's your tipple?
Well,
Cream of
yeah,
some young
usually
guy.
I'm drinking. What the fuck, man? Usually I'm drinking espresso martinis and whiskey back home.
Okay,
But
you.
all I could get myself here was some soju.
What's soju?
Which is like it's like a Japanese drink. It's
Ooh,
like
you're
15
posh,
to
you.
20% alcohol.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, 20%. Eh?
Sounds good.
For the folks at home, what is the local time where you are?
It's 6:30 a.m. I had to get up at 2 a.m. for this.
Oh, wow. That's commitment for you, folks.
Indeed.
What a guy.
Bloody hell.
Oh.
That's crazy.
And that lazy arse robot head won't roll out of his pit at 9:30 in the morning. I mean, come on.
What a wanker.
Yes.
No, I must face her alone, Daniel-san.
Well, here we go. So it's going to be a bit of sister on sister action. Sister. Oh, you've queued time checks from everyone in the chat.
I'll
here,
do it.
so
I'll do it.
Okay. Well, we've got lots of respectable times, but no one can match our old friend Master Niyat. Internet help desk's on overtime, so make sure he pays you double for that. Is this line crept in from Obi-Wan? Is this about Reva? I didn't know why you're still so angry. Maybe.
I'm always angry.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
This is grief, Daniel-san.
Wait, is it
Grief
this is
Karga?
some serious new information? She says that she killed her family. Like, where has that come from? That's the first time we're hearing of this.
Yeah, just dropped in there. Yeah. Oh.
You remember my master.
Does this say? Robot Head actually heard that last comment. So, whoops, apologies, Robot Head. We love you, really.
Spoiler alert: she kills the family incidentally.
I
wouldn't be surprised.
I do not need your permission to go out there and confront her, Daniel-san.
Tom suggested a new drinking
Daniel-san.
edition. Yeah, we'll have to use that for forthcoming weeks. Go on, bro.
You want revenge, Daniel-san. I couldn't save her when you were children, Daniel-san. Let me try now, Daniel-san.
Oh my god, they keep fucking repeating dialogue. Like,
it's
the whole time.
Is it 4 Jedi or 4 candles?
4 candles.
Master Niyat, you're a writer, and it's good to talk to a fellow writer. Now, I'll tell you what this reminds me of, Master Niyat, and you maybe tell me if I'm right or wrong. This reminds me of maybe you do a first draft, and it's a very rough first draft. And then when you're doing either the self-edit or if you're bold enough to whiz it past a professional editor, they'll pick up on shit like this, as in, you've already told the reader that, you don't need to repeat it. Somehow this makes it into the final fucking version of this. I mean, what's going on? Why are we being spoon-fed shit multiple times in a 30-minute episode?
I don't know if the writers have been rushed or if they're just fucking lazy, because just even for my YouTube videos, when I'm writing a script, I go through maybe 10 different versions as I'm reviewing them. And with my novel, like that I'm just about to finish, I've gone through maybe 25 different drafts, and I've had the publishing editor review them twice, and I've gone back, and there's so much work that goes into refining a script and making sure that you're not wasting the reader's time or the viewer's time in the case of like a film script or a TV show. This is just so fucking lazy. Like, I don't understand what's going on here. $750,000 per episode, $12,500 per second is being wasted.
It's right there on the screen, man.
Well, maybe they had limited time, but that's no excuse, though. In my opinion,
excuse.
none whatsoever.
Is it just all the backhanders that the producers get to make this?
Wouldn't be surprised.
I think what it is, there was a quote from Kathleen Kennedy, and I don't know if any of you've seen this, but apparently when she spoke to when she read the first draft by Leslie Squarehead, Kathleen said, "You've written a great Star Wars show. Now go and write me a great Leslie Headland show." And I think that's what we're getting.
No, she cried. Apparently,
that's a quote. That is a direct quote from KK herself, and that's what we're getting. We are getting a Leslie Headland show, not a Star Wars show.
She cried apparently when she read the script. That's what the reports are saying. That she was so moved by it, apparently. So
have faith in me, Danielson.
There was one extra bit I didn't include in Kathy's feedback, and it's this from Adam Jones. Maybe we'll get Swappers just to read this one. If you would, Swappers.
Adam Jones in the chat says, "Now put a chick in it and make it gay and lame."
There we go. Simple solution to all things.
So, if this wasn't Star Wars, then would this be a good show?
No.
Oh, okay.
This would be. This might pop up on Amazon Prime for about 2 fucking weeks and then disappear rapidly.
I think you're being generous by saying 2 weeks.
Part of the problem is that these things get greenlit and an entire season is made. Back in the days of network television, you'd have a pilot where a show would be written, a few different actors would be cast. It wouldn't be locked in, and the network would decide whether they want to spend more money into it. And so the impetus was on the writers, the producers, the director, the cinematographer, the composer to do, and the actors to do as good a job as they could to ensure that they got the first season greenlit. No money would be wasted on shit like this.
Ruin, go back a minute, please. Okay, so he's looking downwards from a balcony. Right?
Yeah.
Next slide. And yet now eye level. How does that work?
Shoddy, isn't it?
How does that work?
Maybe the binoculars has the power to
go around corners.
Go around corners and stuff. And
yeah. Well, he probably uses it for upskirting when he's not hunting Acolyte, so that's why. Bowie.
It's like when she was approaching, why they just like throw a net on her or something?
She is approaching.
Do something like surrounded by Jedis with lightsabers. Why did they allow her? Oh, I give in.
Brian, you available to read Jacob's comment, please?
Oh, here we go.
Sorry, I was on mute. Jacob Ironside into chat says, "You did it, Leslie Headland. You finally killed Star Wars. I've been trying to do that for years. KK."
Boom. Have that.
Boom. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm almost jealous. Okay, so we think we've trapped her, and here we get the first interaction between the two sisters.
So, Princess Leia had that gun that actually no, Princess Leia got shot by the tranquilizer gun in Star Wars in the first one, right? Why didn't they just use that on her? Why didn't like 6 people surround her and just shoot at her or something?
You killed Indara.
Why did he need to talk to her?
And Dobbin
to facilitate the plot. They need the story to continue.
This is where she throws some throwing knives.
Yeah, we get a bit of action, don't we? When the first knife goes into the floor, I think. No, you can't see it. But then,
doesn't he stop her though? Doesn't he? He stops her with the Force, and she's like, hanging there. Why don't they just somebody get a rope, please, and tie her up, and then that's it. End of story.
I did like this though. I did like this.
What? Kung Fu kick.
This action scene.
It'd be good if we could insert a little queef noise there, wouldn't it, as she's doing that move?
You could have booted her right in the snatch from that point with even breaking sweat.
This was a better fight scene. Sorry, go on, Brian.
No, on you go, Niyat.
I was just going to say quickly, this was a better fight scene than the one that May had with Indara in episode 1. For sure.
This was good. I enjoyed this.
A little bit Cobra Kai almost. Yeah.
You attack me without a weapon, Daniel-san.
I was just thinking about the possibility of Trinity coming back as a Force ghost, but technically she can't because Qui-Gon's supposed to be the pioneer of the Force ghost thingy.
Okay.
There was a missed opportunity, dare I say it, and just skip back to this pose, and B.A. Barbecues calls it out. He says, "Now's the time for the fat boy to tackle her."
He could just jump on her, couldn't he?
Glorious, yeah.
Too busy tackling a fish supper, I'll wager.
Says the fucking guy getting stuck into Chinese midstream. He confessed that in the green room, everybody. He said, "I'm on mute, guys. I'm just what is it, Brian? What particular dish did you go for?"
Ribs. I'm having some ribs as a starter.
Oh, what's for the main?
I can't remember. Some of the missus ordered some shite.
So the attack goes on, and it is not a bad fight scene.
I did like this.
He's trying to throw moves down, and he's, very calmly, casually, just always
What's the name of this guy again? Please remind me.
Saul.
The actor.
The actor's name is it's
Lee Jung-jae.
Shit up.
There was something
really
comedic about the way he took those knives.
So fucking good, this guy in this. Wasted in this. Really good.
You'll
the
love
thing
him in
is,
Squid Game.
the action scenes are okay because they show how incompetent May is compared to the Jedi Masters. Like, they're so much more capable than she is, but they're immediately undermined by the fact that she either defeats them or gets away.
Your master has failed you, Daniel-san. Tell me who trained you, Daniel-san.
Now we get a view from the ship, I do believe, or is it from the balcony? I can't.
I think it's balcony.
Yeah, balcony. Yeah, there we go. And obviously, he'd be seeing it perfectly level through these binoculars.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and she's hiding out the back somewhere. I do like this from LV Upsy, who says, "Attack me with all your toxic masculinity." That almost could have been a line from the show. Very good. Oh no, they fixed the angle, Brown.
Yeah. So there you go, folks. Production error.
Completely.
The funny thing is, there's no need for him to be using binoculars because we've already established the Jedi Temple is directly across the road from the apothecary. So he can just use his eyes.
But why did he want to talk to her? Why didn't they just arrest her? Why don't they just roll her over with a tank or something? Do you know what I mean? It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Drop a Death Star on her or something.
Give us
the same. It's the same reason Yord and his Padawan didn't take Osha into the Jedi Council themselves, and they had to get the droids to do it, just to facilitate the story. Like, so many plot holes here.
Well, we were maybe a bit generous in our praise, Mr. Brown, because Echo Chamberlain says the fight choreography is like Bez from the Happy Mondays swaying around while off his tits on E. Maybe.
Yeah.
So we think we've got her here, don't
I
we?
see your master has taken great pains to hide his identity.
Why? Why don't you just capture her, take her to a stronghold and torture her and interrogate her? Why are you doing it here? So annoying. How can these people be paid to write such a shitty script?
We did call Mega into episode 2. Not sure how successful we'll be calling him, although next week it promises to be an
Episode
absolute
3 is
doozy.
the doozy, isn't it? Apparently.
Doozy.
Get out of my head. Oh no, she's saying that. Sorry. Get out of my head, Jedi.
Get out of my headland, Leslie.
Oh dear.
And
knives.
Yeah,
she's rustled some knives up. Even after all this time, your thoughts still go to your sister.
Sister.
It's quite an original take, though, isn't it? The old siblings and
No, it's
sister
not.
and twins.
It's a rip off of Arcane. That's all. The cartoon Arcane. They've done it.
Yeah.
It's just a rip off.
Oh, okay.
My sister is dead. Oh no, she's not. Oh yes, she is. Oh no,
No
she's
one's
not.
really
Oh,
gone.
Yes, she is. Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of silly him mentioning that because in the previous episode, he's just after looking at a hologram in front of him and doing exactly the same thing.
Oh no, she's not. Oh yes, she is.
Osha is still alive.
Top tier, I think. Is it me, or do I vaguely remember a character from The Rise of Skywalker called Osha? Was it something similar? Osha? He was dead, but his ship was buried under a fucking desert.
Ochi.
And Ochi was that. Osha. You say Ochi, I say Osha.
There's an Osha in Game of Thrones as well.
Oh, right. Well, somehow Osha returns.
You lie.
Could that be any more?
So can't see what's going on here. Oh,
no, it's all dark. Yeah.
Who's this guy? Oh, it's the gay guy. Right.
Yo, here. He speaks the truth.
He does speak the truth, but you don't speak the truth because you thought Anakin blew up the Death Star. So there you go.
Wanker.
And I think we're building up to it. Oh, she's in the stance.
She's going to do the dirt thing, isn't she?
And this is where finally we get to see something. Now, I did have a slight problem with this scene. So the ship rocks up. They put the spotlight on her. So she really can't get away now. She's surrounded by powerful Jedi. There's also a ship. There's the spotlight. But then you hear this line, and you'd think with all the technology in Star Wars, you'd think they'd have the ability to not make her sound like a 12-year-old girl saying, "In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic." It was just fucking pathetic, the voice that came out.
It's also a line taken from the Jamaican lad, Mace Windu.
What?
Delivers in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, wow.
Chancellor. Yeah.
To Palpatine, yeah?
Yes.
There we go. So look, there's
Lay
no
your weapons down and surrender, Mon.
There's Jamaican. There's no way she can escape. But what does she do? Swappers, talk her through this unbelievable escape maneuver.
Well, I mean, I'll give it credit. I've never seen it before, but it is a bit daft because they're Jedi and they should be able to see through pretty much anything with the Force.
Yes.
Especially if their target is Force sensitive, they'll stick out like a sore thumb. So they should know exactly where she went after this.
It's a bit Batman 89, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. So she basically just blasts a load of dirt and then disappears in the cloud. Is that a kind of maneuver we'd see in one of your movies, Mega Geek?
I doubt it.
You know, they do that in episode 2, and yet in the previous episode, they have Saul saying, "Your eyes can deceive you, don't trust them."
Yeah.
Bollocks.
Osha, man, take me by the hand, take me by the hand.
I see
That she'll
fire.
understand. Fucking scissoring.
So she's escaped, but they want to try and catch her before she completely does a runner. And then we've got something here. I'm sure the chat will help us out. What is he? A known species, or is this just a new?
I don't know. I've not seen that one before.
Yeah, he looks looks like the kind of expression you pull when you're on the shitter, Brown, struggling with the old pals, doesn't he? He's really straining.
Not a laughing matter, mate.
Oh, I know.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Mom.
So basically, you think he's it's not obviously the folks who don't watch this shit. He hits her with the car, doesn't he? She's trying to escape. He hits her with the hovercraft vehicle, and then he goes to see if she's okay. And I don't know if she kills him or what. But
then the sister sees
sister.
They're in the distance there.
Internet help desk said it's if Boba Fett fucked a rock.
Oh Christ, common people.
Are we gonna go there, Brian?
No, for fuck's sake.
Oh, it's got
common
darker.
People.
Khalid, behave yourself, lad.
Behave.
Get on to the northeast,
boys.
Khalid.
Boys, calm it down. Calm it down in the chat. Calm down.
Calm down.
Calm down, mate. Break it up, eh? Hey.
So the sisters meet, and I'm getting distracted by the chat. The sisters meet for the first time. There we go. And she's got the gun pointed at her. There's no way she can escape. Look, finger on the trigger, guns pointed at her. She shoots.
Doors.
Is that the same blaster thing as what we had in Star Wars? You know, the stun thing.
That is a stun shot, and that should not make anything explode.
Yeah,
you're right.
Important question from Princess Fiona. Sure, we'll find out in due course. And there we go. So she deliberately misses, I presume, and
another stun shot. Yeah, this is when the speeder's going off, isn't it? There you go.
Say it's a stun shot, but when you look at how it impacts, it causes a hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah.
No, that Leslie Headland not knowing what a stun shot is, or she started to invent a new weapon.
Stunning and brave shot. Stunning shots.
Very good, MJ.
Stunning stupid.
So hands on the hips, or are they behind the back? New move. And there we go. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to bring her along after all, eh?
Disappointment. Oh dear. Shame.
This is fucked, this next bit. It really is. Absolutely
How
fucked.
so? How so?
Well, twice, because they know where she's going to go. She's going to go for kill knackers next, right?
Yeah.
And fucking green bald head says, no, we need to discuss it. But then after that, there's a scene where discount Timu Ezra Miller then tells her where Kilnaka is. So it's totally disjointed in several fronts.
Yeah, it's bollocks, isn't it?
Jay Goodwin calling Brian out, saying, "Oh, it's this bit that's fucked, Brian."
This is just random.
It's all fucked.
It is.
Is it really that bad? I enjoyed the episode. I didn't have a problem doing the slides.
You know, the strange bit is the pieces in it that are fucked could be fixed relatively easily. I don't know why they're not. I think so. I think they could be fixed pretty easily.
Well, if you enjoyed it, Ian, then it just goes to show fuck all, isn't it? That's what it is.
Back on.
Good night, everybody. Take care. See you next time.
Rune's clearly back on the gear, Ian. It's a cry for help.
All right. Okay.
I'm hurting inside.
Jim Dowell, nice observation. A small council, so it's all midgets and Jawas.
I don't understand how they can.
Sol is. Can I just go on record? Sol's pretty fucking useless, isn't he? When you think about it.
Well, he's quite a good Jedi. Because everyone that she took on, she's killed, but she couldn't kill Sol, could she? So.
Yeah. Well,
Fiona asks. Sorry.
Go on. Let's hear from Fiona.
No, go on. Do the thing.
Oh, here we go.
This is me. Did you actually watch it or just make the slides?
Oh.
Well, she does have a point. If you do, I mean,
she's right.
Yeah, I think she's right.
But it's going back to it wasn't as painful as doing previous slides for previous shows, some of them have been fucking horrendous. This was pretty decent. So maybe I'm kind of getting confused. I don't know.
Yeah.
We kind of said that Saul is pretty useless, but his logic is absolutely spot on here. They know where she's going to go next, even although May doesn't quite know where she's going to go next. She's about to find out, but our next move is clearly going to be against Kilnaka. So he's one step ahead, and Greenhead Bald, he just wants to talk about it.
I will quickly.
Ryan. Oh, go on.
Yes.
Sorry, Brown.
No, go on.
No, so like this moment made me suspect that Venestra was actually the master of May, and she's trying to delay the Jedi Council to enable her to get to him. But I don't know how much of that could be true, because Vern is actually in Star Wars lore. She's a Morellian female Jedi master who lived during the High Republic era. Based on the lore, she shouldn't really be a Sith, but knowing Disney, I wouldn't put it past them.
Do you know, that was the next thing I was going to say. With Disney lore, it's all over the place, so it could be. But I don't know. I'm sometimes expecting it to be slightly more clever than it is, but can only really tell after seeing the next 6 episodes.
Got to. Do you want to do that, Brown?
I will just quickly say, the Internet Help Desk. I love Top Secret. One of my favorite movies of all time. Top Secret. Everybody should check out Top Secret. Is such a good movie.
This is a recommendation from the guy who loves the Acolyte, everybody.
Top Secret was the first movie I ever rented, believe it or not. Kilmer's first movie.
Great movie, everybody. Check it out.
Yeah.
While we've got this on screen, just one from MJ UK 84. Finger up bum face.
Ooh. Headlands misses, by the way, everybody.
The dialogue is
fucking wank.
It's tediously bad, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
It really is, yeah.
Okay.
It really is. Okay, so back to Pound Shop
Ezra Miller.
And has he been stood there with binoculars on for full 24 hours now? I mean, is it
fat boy with binocs?
This is the next day, right? So May escaped the night before, and considering Ezra Miller is the only other lead they have, surely the Jedi would be watching him, like they'd be in the shop with him. Do you know what I mean? Or at least they would have taken him in. And as you can see here, previous slide, Ruin.
There you go.
The Jedi Council is directly across the road from the apothecary, which is like I said. Right there.
Yeah,
absolutely. They're too busy taking the lunch orders for him to be noticing Fat Boy.
Is it just me, or does this guy subdue her really easily?
I think he's got some powers.
Really?
I think he's either another potential candidate for actually being her master, or he's also another Acolyte apprentice.
But it's strange, as I said before, 1 minute he seems to know everything, and next minute he knows nothing. Confusing.
I'd be very surprised if they allowed a female character to have a male master.
Yeah.
Oh, I did think when I saw the kind of the back shot, if you pardon the expression, back shot of the dark side lightsaber wielder, that it maybe was a female.
Hold me closer.
Backdoor shot.
Pronouns.
Hey, Brownie, Tom's chucked £2 in the hat. Do you want to read this out?
The fork awakens Daniel Sam.
All these impressions have
Thank
made
you, my
me
friend.
hungry for a Chinese, I have to say. So we carry on, and he's offering to get her out of the city, and they're going to go to...
Oh, it's going to get good now, folks.
Kofar.
We're going to go far.
Yeah. At the Kofar Cabana. What the hell is Kofar? This is real dialogue, folks. This isn't Brownie taking the piss. The characters actually say this to each other. A relaxing... Brian, could we get
bad
this
is
in the
this
style?
line?
Yeah, go on, Brian.
Brian,
Fully-
I'd like
fully
this in the
boots.
style of your... I don't know how to describe him, like a posh voiceover guy that you do.
Oh, well, but firstly, this line is so fucking bad. It's as if it's like a kind of Judith Chalmers "Wish You Were Here" promotion.
One for the Brits, so
Take a nice, relaxing forest retreat in the Outer Rim where the Wookiee Jedi lives.
This is a real fucking piece of dialogue. One character says, "What the hell is Kofar?" and the other character replies with this. Mega Geek, tell me I'm not talking out my arse here. This is terrible fucking writing, isn't it?
It's incredibly terrible. It's like it's written by people who don't know how to write scripts. It's incredibly bad.
You mean
everything that's been pointed out by the yeah, well, I mean, it's obvious why they hire them. It's because they are certain
cheap,
whatever. Well, it's not cheap. It's because they're either gay or trans or whatever. That's why they've hired these writers.
DEI diversity hires everybody on 3 hours.
Yeah, that's exactly why they've hired them, and they don't know how to write scripts. So I'm not surprised. Leslie Hedden thinks that she's clever. She's not. She doesn't care about Star Wars. Again, all she wants to do is trash it. So you get what you get.
Also,
day, right?
As Atom Gray points out, maybe another slight misunderstanding of how things work in the Star Wars world. Wookiee's not exactly known for their peacefulness. This is the species that rip arms out of sockets, and oh well, I'm sure it'll all work out.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good at all.
Kelnaka. So what?
So they know where she's going.
Oh, okay. And we go to Kofar.
Shall we do some super chats before we get to?
Yeah, let's get some super chats because we are approaching the end. You'll be pleased to know.
Thank God.
Master, you available to do a super chat, please?
Absolutely.
We didn't know this song before. Do you remember?
Talking.
Brownie, will you sober the fuck up? It clearly requests Emperor Kipling to do this one.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Go on, Emperor Kipling. Take it away.
Click together. M Duke 84 in the chat for $5 Canadian dollars says for Emperor Kipling. I'm a super freak. I'm super freaky. Yow.
I don't know if you've had Emperor Kipling sing before. I love that. Got anything else in the bag?
Emperor just enjoys the role a little bit too much for my liking.
I enjoy it.
Let's
make exceedingly good.
Master, perhaps this one?
Sure. Common people for £10. That's real money. Sorry for crossing the line. Didn't know where there was one. Usually we're so far past the line, it looks like a dot. And anyway, back to the accents and prostate jokes.
Oh, I can't remember what it was that crossed it, but all's forgiven, common people. And no, generally the line is it's like the that gate in Obi-Wan. You can just walk right round it. It's not an issue. But, thanks, common people. You're one of the.
We're getting to the good bit now, aren't we?
Okay, so we've gone through that tedious fucking episode. Now we finally get to Kofar. Kofar's so good, and what are we looking at here?
It's kind of some animated slug, snails.
Okay, and we're not introduced to these characters, are we? But they're just
look like a couple of pirates or something.
Yeah. And they are, so they are talking in a strange dialect.
Huttese, they're speaking in Huttese.
It's Huttese.
Racist. Can't tell if that's actually Brown trying to speak Huttese or just trying to speak English because he's so pissed. These guys are basically doing the same thing that Ray did. They're just salvage experts.
Oh, they're stealing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they are.
The only two languages that we've seen in this show, which is set in a galaxy with not thousands, millions of planets, probably thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of planets that are part of the Republic is English and Huttese. Like, how fucking small is this world?
It gets increasingly smaller, doesn't it, with every new Disney show? But anyway, they're looking for a hyperdrive. Let's hope Ray's not bypassed the compressor, because then it'll be fucked. So they head towards this this crashed ship.
This hut, or I don't know what it is.
What, yeah. They've got a couple of guns on them there, haven't they?
Yeah. Who's that in the background?
Kilnacker.
Oh, there he is, yeah.
Like that guy in the middle looks suspiciously like the host of this channel.
Brown wishes.
Why has he got a man bun?
Who, me or
Because
he's got a bald spot. MJ UK 84 in the chat makes a good point. It says it's called basic in the Star Wars universe, not English. Oh, textbook error.
Boom. Douche, even. Who's another character we don't talk enough about.
Rue, did we do this super chats?
No.
Care to?
Always Flopmeister. I do suffer sometimes with a bit of the old Flopmeister, but it's nothing the little blue pill can't sort out. For $1.99, he says, "Here's something for straightening the rug." Oh,
somebody's having a drink.
Welcome to cracking your little bottle of Jack against your IKEA chair on Mr. Burley's channel.
Brian, while you're up, are you available, please, mate?
Yes. MJK 84 with a wrench for 5 pretending Canadian dollars says, "What's a go for? It's clothing to help keep you warm." But that's not important right now.
Very good. Very good.
Brilliant. Brilliant. I also liked this one from SMJ32, even the Tramps.
Yeah. Drink, everybody.
Is that a guy
Tom says, woman? Is that Scroobius Pip?
Is it a guy?
I don't know, actually.
Is it a woman? Or?
Are you assuming their gender again, Ian?
Oh.
There's only two genders, you moron.
What is a woman?
I don't know.
We asked this question on Wednesday, Ruin. What is a man baby?
What is a Wookiee?
What is a man baby?
What is a man baby? Well, what is?
Can you answer? People have failed to answer that question.
Okay,
what is a man baby?
Right. What is a man baby? What is, as you know, the character from Phantom Menace, who is the slave owner of young Anakin, and what is indeed a man baby? There you go.
What?
Very good.
Brown, that joke in Wednesday, that joke went down about as well as a 15-stone tart in the back of a Mini, and you've repeated it again.
It's a thinking man's joke, and it sounds amazing in my head.
Yes.
But your pissed head.
Has he got something on his head?
Yeah, man bun.
No, it's something sticking up from his head.
It's a man bun.
It's a man bun. Yeah.
It's a Wookiee bun.
Oh, bloody
And he's
hell.
he's butt naked, isn't he? He doesn't have the yellow robe we see him on the.
His au natural.
He probably came out of the shower or something.
What came out?
I think he's gone for a shit in the woods. You know, like Chopper's had the Avatar, the sat on the old shit.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got a nice house though.
Berries aplenty. I hate the idea of. Sorry, Ron, I hate the idea of Wookiee being force sensitive. I know technically they could be. Just makes Chewbacca seem like a fanny.
I know.
I've noticed
that's what they want.
Are we fanny?
Welcome to taking the piss out of your comrade's accent on the I Don't Have an Accent channel.
Are we fanny?
I've noticed the recurring theme, even though we're only 2 episodes in. Leslie Headland, who seems to have no fucking clue how to end a show on a bit of a cliffhanger. She seems to have the only way of creating any intrigue is to introduce a new random character. She did it at the end of the first episode. She's now
Really?
done it at the end of this episode. Is this going to be a repeated thing at the end of every episode? We just get a new character thrown in so that we go, oh, we'll have to come back next week, see who the fuck that is. I don't know. It's
And what a weird
Anyway,
introduction this is for the Wookiees. Two random scavengers who we've never seen before arrive in Kofar. He scares them away. That's the end of the episode. Like,
end of episode, folks. Yep. That's your lot.
She gives herself about 4 different credits here.
Yeah, she does.
It's like The Little House on the Prairie, directed by Michael Landon, written by Nicholas, theme tune, exactly, by Michael Landon, etc. Except he had a bit of talent.
It's
very Tommy Wiseau.
Directed by Harvey Weinstein's
Master, I cut you off. I do apologize.
Absolutely hilarious.
No, I cut you off. No, I was just saying, Leslie Headland giving herself all these credits. It's very much like Tommy Wiseau. I don't know if you guys have seen The Room.
Yes.
It's like written, directed, produced, costumes by Tommy Wiseau.
Well, the thing is, though, you wouldn't professional people who do this, you wouldn't have separate credits. It'll be directed, produced, written by. And it just be one credit.
Yeah.
But she's decided to have them separately, which is stupid.
More screen time. Plus, it means I have to do less slides. Ruin, I think this one's for you, mate.
I don't know the tune. You have to help me out. What is it?
Flat for £5, real money.
Yeah. We've got no artist. We've got no song.
Yeah, you should write the song down, guys.
I've
got no strings to hold me down.
Oh,
you
that
made
one.
the force look like a clown. I've got no strings to hold me down. You can't force threads on me.
Hey, there you go. Brian to the rescue.
Cheers, Brian.
Look, there is something I want to address because all views are welcome, and we do have this from Jack, who's still waiting for us to actually say how it's bad, and he's followed up saying specifics. So look, we could, I'm sure each of us could reel off, as I think we actually have over the course of last years. I want Mega Geek to take this on, and the reason I want Mega Geek is because although we're all, I think, highly qualified to comment on this, even if it's just from a fan viewpoint. Well, no, Brownie, you've consumed enough media in your many years.
As I said, I kind of enjoyed the episode, believe it or not.
Well, there you go. I think we've all pointed out things which show promise and, maybe some things which you enjoyed. But Mega, you actually do this for a living. You make things, you write things, you direct things. Please take Jack's question, explain how it's bad.
Mega. More calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
He's winding up. He's taking a run up to this one.
Is he still there?
Oh no!
Oh, he's on mute, you Burke.
Why is he on mute? He shouted so loud.
He's probably gone for a wee.
All right, we'll tell you what we'll do then. While we're waiting for him,
this is going to be good, Jack. It's going to be good. Don't worry.
It's going to be good, Jack. So wait for us. Maybe because he wants specifics, Jack. He's not satisfied with our general fucking tomfoolery. So, okay, I'll kick us off. Maybe we can all have a little stab at it. I think I've pointed out several times just in this episode, the dialogue is appallingly bad, Jack. It's ham-fisted. It's not how people speak and converse. It's heavy, and I mean seriously heavy on exposition, to the point where, as Master Niyat pointed out, they are actually repeating things we already know, we've already seen. It's the old show, don't tell. Well, Leslie Headland seems to be tell, don't show. The dialogue, the way it's delivered, the way it's written, and she's making good actors look bad. So that would be my starter for 10.
May I say, excellent actors.
Yeah, who've been excellent in other things.
Some
Absolutely.
really good fucking quality acting.
Yeah, so no problem with the cast, really.
Yeah.
Master Niyat, why don't you pick it up from there? Because you are a writer. You put a lot of time into your craft. What would you say to Jack?
Yeah, so on that note of the actors being quite good, I agree. Like I like the actress who plays Jackie, the actor who plays Soul. Despite the script, despite being limited by the script, they're actually turning out like quite decent performances. But the problem is the dialogue is redundant. It's very exposition heavy. They're also saying a lot of nonsensical things. The Jedi aren't really behaving as a Jedi should. There's a lot of plot contrivances that enable like May to escape. There's no way that she would have been able to beat not just Indara in episode 1 and Master Torben, who basically commits suicide, which is completely un-Jedi-like. But she also manages to escape from Sol, Yord, and Jackie, who's in a freaking ship, which should have been able to detect her by using dust. Like, so there's a lot of broken mechanics in this show. I do appreciate some things about it, but for the most part, it's just a disappointment. Like, it's hard to sink your teeth into it. In terms of visuals, I think that the CGI and set designs vary significantly from being mediocre to fairly impressive. But I think the biggest problem with the show is just there's a massive lack of consistency, whether it's in the dialogue, in the style, the aesthetic, the setting, in the characters. It's just very inconsistent. It's a little bit all over the place. Sorry, I've been rambling.
No, you've not. You've nailed it. And then Jack is actually he said they haven't said specifics, but he specifically asked only the chat. So he's not interested in our opinion, it turns out.
I'll just say hello, Jack. Hello, Jack.
Well, Jack, look, if my friend Jack, if you're really interested, Jack, I think we've done a good 6 hours on the first 2 episodes.
So far,
So you can go back, you can you trawl over those, but actually, you'll find the chatter much more eloquent and probably less polite than we are about this series. So, no, we welcome you, Jack, and we welcome all opinion.
Gavin Blackburn thinks it's repetitive.
It is.
Well done, Gavin.
I must admit that's probably the most polite way I've ever been told to shut the F up on a live stream. Jack, well played. Because he said I only asked to chat. In other words, I'm not. I could give a flying fuck what you want.
Well, you say that. You say that. He did call us. He did call us regards in an earlier message.
Did he?
He said not the regards talking. He said I want the people in the
fucker.
Chat. Yeah. Oh, Brian's turned.
Bastard. How did I put this fucker?
Brian. Okay.
No.
They've effectively turned Star Wars into a CW show, haven't they?
Oh, Christ,
no, they haven't. Oh, did they? Well,
it's not far off it. Let's be honest. Someone said it. Someone called it Batgirl in space, or Batwoman in space.
Jack's getting absolutely slaughtered in the chat because his comeback was, yes, okay, fair point, but so were the prequels. And everyone's just reminded them we spent 22 hours taking the piss out of Attack of the Clones.
That always seems to be Disney Star Wars Defenders go-to. Well, the prequel, this was shit and that was shit. It's like you've just admitted the stuff that you're telling us is okay is shit. So what the fuck are you going on about? Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back, says anonymous bastard. Sorry.
You can only judge a TV show or a movie on the logic that it's throwing at you. And if you talk about the logic and the logic doesn't make any sense, then that's why it's bad, because the script wasn't thought of properly, it wasn't written properly. And then on top of that, you got acting. If you think the acting's bad, that's definitely an opinion thing. But when you talk about facts, like logical facts about a film or a TV show, and they don't work, that only conclusion you can come to is that it's bad because of those things.
Well, are modern day, in inverted commas, modern day writers just not as good as they used to be back in the day?
No, it's because they don't know they don't know how to write a 3-act script. They don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
3-act structure. They don't know how to do it.
Well, is it blame people who educated them then?
No, well, they haven't been educated. That's the problem. So before, the industry. I was alluding to this when I was discussing how network television would operate. It was a system of meritocracy. The best shows, the best scripts, the best directors would thrive. But now we're in an industry where if you fit a certain description, if you check a particular box, you're just given the role, and that's why all of this is so shit.
I think there's an ego problem in that as well, because most people, if they were told that whatever they did absolutely sucked balls, they would maybe look inward and try to change, try to improve, and acknowledge that first of all. But there's maybe something to do with the everyone gets surprised generation, that the first thing is to reply with an attack rather than change things, and I think that's pretty sad.
We know how Star Wars and Doctor Who and Star Trek are very beloved by fans everywhere, and it is pretty obvious what they do into these shows, these TV shows. I mean, that is pretty obvious, and it is a fact.
Intentionally.
Intentionally. I deal with facts when it comes to criticizing. In fact, so you got no difference between good criticism and crappy criticism, right? Good criticism is why did the guy give her poison? Why didn't he give her the gun? Why didn't he give her a weapon? Right, that's good criticism. Bad criticism is like, I don't like the color of her shoes. Do you know what I mean? That's bad criticism. So I choose to use good criticism to criticize a TV show or a film, and the same thing with Drinker, and the same thing with you guys as well. So you can only base it on facts. Entertainment's a different thing, right? So anyway, I should stop.
You've hit the nail on the head. So, Ian, what you're describing is the difference between objective criticism and subjective criticism, right? So, objective criticism is pointing out structural flaws, inconsistencies. Subjective criticism is you having a personal dislike for something.
That's it. So, yeah.
There you go.
Well, Jack came in right at the death and caused a whole ruckus in the chat there.
Did you see what Black Lives or Black Knives called him? Jacqueline Kennedy.
Yeah, there's been some great, great banter, but he's either being booted or he's disappeared. I don't know which one, but
listen, everybody's welcome, folks. Let's not forget
it's
that.
up to it's just his opinion, you know what I mean? And quite frankly, right, I don't. If you care so much that a show upsets you, then you've just got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Because no show is worth arguing over or losing a friend over. You know what I mean? Or arguing on X over. It's just stupid.
Yeah, we used to be able to do this back in the day.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's, you don't like my opinion, fuck off, that's it.
Yeah.
I just don't know how these guys cope if they're in a restaurant and someone says they don't like a dish. Do they have a total and utter attack? I don't know about everybody's welcome, Brown. We have a fabulous chat, and it's supposed to be quite self-governing, but if someone comes away with patter like that, especially with those kind of insults, I'm quite happy to fucking book them.
Yeah. No, I say everyone's welcome in terms of different opinions, everything else, but let's keep it civil. I mean, we're always up for a Liam Neeson dong joke, but we don't need to be calling each other.
There are no right and wrong answers, everybody.
Yeah, we don't.
I've got a tweet. I'll drop I'll give you a preview to a tweet. Fuck, is that what it's come to? I've got a tweet lined up for tomorrow that I want to put out because, but I can't do it in the old ruined style. But essentially, what I've noticed is we've reached a new phase with the Acolyte, and basically, it's the last thing we've got as Star Wars fans is our humor. And the ability to laugh at what Disney has made of Star Wars. And it's that kind of, gallows humor, isn't it? Because we all loved this thing at one point, and now it's just become an absolute shit show. So we laugh at it. We turn up on these streams. We take the piss. We have a laugh. They are trying to take that away from us. That is the very last thing we've got, and they are trying to take that away from us. They're trying to shut it down. The memes, the jokes, and I see it now. I see it regularly, and
deep, folks. Deep.
But you know why they're trying to shut it down? Do you know why they're basically got the press and the all against us? Is because they know they're wrong. They're trying to disguise well, the murder of Star Wars, aren't they? That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And it's obvious. It's so obvious. You just have to laugh, don't you? So anyway.
But it's not like we're the vocal minority. The majority of people agree with this. Like if you go on Rotten Tomatoes, I mean, that's not particularly a great metric for seeing what people think. But look at the discrepancy between the critics score, which is at 91%, 71 critical reviews, and then you look at the audience score, it's at 21%.
Wow.
And that's thousands of people who voiced their opinion. It's the same thing with IMDb. I think it has a 4.1 out of 10, and that's an industry website. So yeah, the majority of people agree with us. This is a poor show.
Yeah. Well,
we're not being salty.
And why would you lie about ratings and try and say that it's the best thing, and when you know it isn't? You know, so. Anyway.
I don't even think that the critics agree that it's a good show. They agree that it sort of it sides with their political opinion, right? It's checking the boxes that they want to see, and despite it not being up to scratch, they're willing to forgive how poor the show is because it features things or aspects that they want to see in film and television.
Yeah.
Well, someone
on
someone on Twitter said, I think they were talking about, the fire in space, and someone said, it's funny how realism is suddenly very important if the media in question is considered woke. But I said that the fans have always picked apart issues of realism in movies, and this is that kind of thing is no different. People argued about the physics of Anakin grabbing, remember the speeder in Attack of the Clones when he fell with his arms intact for years. That's just the kind of thing we did.
Yeah.
It's just strange. There's so many people willing to defend absolute horseshit at the expense of a once wonderful franchise just because it has these elements in it, and I think it's frustrating to say the least.
I didn't mind the fire actually because you got explosions in space, haven't you? In Star Wars, yeah, it could have been done better, that's for sure. But I didn't really mind it. They didn't take me out of it. Well, there was loads of other stuff that took me out.
They spent $180 million. Perhaps they just should have spent an extra $10 on that.
It's clearly a practical effect, but all they had to do was to put
slow it down.
Put an 80 psi airline just at the side of it and have it spewing out. That's all they had to do. It definitely took me out of it as well.
The problem wasn't that there was a fire; it was that it was crackling like a campfire. It's impossible when there's no oxygen in space.
Ruin, are we going to do super chats?
Yeah. Let's get them. Okay,
I'll do this one. Tom for £2, real money, allegedly, folks. Brune's Alliance is the real rebel alliance. Thank you,
and this one from Adam Jones. This is made for one man, isn't it? So let's get Darth Kippers on the case if you could.
Adam Jones in the chat for $5 Australian dollars. What the fuck was that? Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Jack the Wise?
Poor Jack.
You have to add that to the lore of the channel now, Brown.
Black Lives or Black Knives fucking message.
Is it this one?
Fuck.
Fuck's sake.
Oh God, the lore extends. It's beautiful. Okay, well look.
Is that it for the super chats? Did we do this one?
I think so. Well, is that? Oh no, I thought that was you fishing for more money.
No, did we do this one?
Yep, go on then.
Black Lives or Black Knives wrenched for $2. The Empire Strikes Jack or Broke Jack Mountain. I can't quit you.
Don't get him started on that. Top form tonight, Black Lives, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, well, look, let's round this one off with some scores on the board. Brownie, could you keep an eye on the chat and see what they're making of it? Okay, let's start with Brian. What was your score for episode 2, Acolyte?
I thought it was slightly better than the first one. I still think there's a problem with a lack of tension.
contradictions in established lore and even in the information they've already established in the same show. Yeah, sometimes even in the same scene, and I think a bit of revision, these things could have been easily fixed. I'm going to still be generous and give it another 4, because I feel as if, as Platoon says, you need to give yourself a bit of scope. I think there's a lot worse to come.
Okay. Fair enough. Master Niyat, what's your score and final thoughts?
Yeah, so because I wasn't here for episode 1, I'll give episode 1 a 3.5, and I'll give this episode a 4. It is slightly better. It does pick up pace, but yeah, I mean, I've already voiced my issues with the show, so that's my score.
Okay. Fair enough. Similar to Brian, thought it was slightly better. Swappers, what do you make of this one?
It's pretty much a nothing episode. I mean, the last one it didn't really seem to go anywhere. I didn't feel excited at all. Same with this one. I sort of came away from it, sort of clicking off, dragging the file into the bin, and just thinking, well, that half an hour could have been better spent wanking my cat or something. I don't know.
Jesus.
It's just you don't feel as if there's anything compelling there. There's nothing exciting. There's none of the characters feel engaging. You don't feel any kind of sense of mystery or anything's pulling you in. It just looks very generic. I think I heard on someone else say today, which I thought was a brilliant observation. This is CW Star Wars. That's pretty much all you need to know.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd give it about a 2 out of 10 for the production effort, but a 0 for the writing and directing.
Okay. Let's go Mega.
What?
Your score.
You know what I'm going to say? The score's going to be 1 because it's absolute shit, isn't it? Let's face it. Everything about this is absolute crap. It really is. The story, the logic doesn't make any sense. The special effects are okay. I do fancy the main girl, and I think she's
lovely.
Pretty. The Squid Game's the best thing about it, but this is all the same criticism I had for episode 1. This episode's no better, and in some ways it's worse than episode 1 as well. The logic flaws in here is just ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, I just so wish that Star Wars would come back, but it looks like they've killed it now. They've literally dug a grave and they're shoving the coffin in now. So yeah.
Oh, okay. No hope. There's no hope in the galaxy from a Geek Brownie. What's your
vote?
Go on the door.
As I said, I enjoyed the episode. It's a slight step up, as we said, from episode 1. The actors, they're really, really good. They're really good.
What?
The actors are really good.
Can we get
the fat one as well? The fat guy.
No, he wasn't acting. He was just stood around. I didn't interrupt you. Talking.
What are you talking about?
I think he's gone, folks. I think Brown's finally lost the plot. So go on, Brown. You really into the incredible acting. It's Godfather-esque levels.
They're good actors. They're good actors, and obviously they've been let down by the material and the messaging and all that bollocks. Production-wise, yeah, still looks pretty good in places. The backroom boys doing their job on certain bits. We know what's coming though for episode 3, so all the kind of, in inverted commas, good work from episode 1 and 2, if there was any, is going down the flusher in episode 3. So I said 5 for the first episode. Are we allowed to do half marks?
Yeah, go on, because it's
I'm going to go 5.5, folks. Yeah. It's not as offensive as the previous series we've had.
So with a 5.5, that means you think it's better than it is worse.
Marginally.
All right. Well, that's what you
And
think, Brown.
Jackie Brown's a great film, by the way.
Yeah.
Probably Tarantino's best in my book.
I agree with you on that. I don't agree with anything else you said the last few minutes. Film Comics thinks you've got Jack Holmes syndrome.
I probably have. Yeah. Anyway.
Okay, I think we might have had another super chat. Here we go. Black Lives. Jack and the Sabine's dog. Very good. Okay, my score to round us off then. Actually, I don't think it was any better than the first episode. I don't think it was any worse. I think it was just consistently bad. I'm going to anchor it at the 3 out of 10 because, as Platoon likes to say, you've got to give yourself somewhere to go. And I have a bad feeling about where this may be going based on some spoilers.
Yeah, Wednesday,
I've heard,
isn't it? Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to tease anything for Wednesday, Brown, or
no? We'll just no.
You just saying be here.
There was a hint on the subtitles on episode 1, which we picked up on. A hint, which I didn't see at the time, but yeah, it's coming, folks.
Yeah, as to answer Anonymous Pastor's question, we could be in the negatives.
It's coming, folks.
We won't have enough wiggle room in the positive scores. Okay, that rounds off, Brownie. At 3:35 on the clock. That was a shift, wasn't it?
Should I just say, chat, you are
incredible.
Chat, you're the best. Considering we were up against Friday Night Tights, guys, you're the best. What more can I say?
You're the best.
I would just say, here you go. B-Sides is on in about 20 minutes. There you go. Bit of entertainment afterwards.
Get
Atom
on
Gray
that.
and his posse, yeah.
What are they covering in B-Sides tonight?
Atom, what are you covering? Throw the link.
Flav's got the agenda. It's magic lesbian space sperm using the arm thread.
Anyway.
Oh god.
Are you gonna see us out then, Ruin?
Yes, I will. I'll see you all to the door. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to all the wonderful panelists tonight. We have the man with the cakes, Darth Kipling. Thanks, Kippers.
Thank you, Ruin, and thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you to the chat. And I do look forward to next Wednesday because it's going to be a fucking atom bomb going off.
Yeah, it will be. Brownie's going to have a real problem on his hands. You're going to be like Gareth Southgate. How do you pick your lineup for next Wednesday, Brown? It's such a wealth of talent, although after tonight's game. Brian, thank you as ever. Great voice work tonight.
Cheers, Rune. Thanks also to Mega, Swappers, Master Niyat, Brun, and of course the chat. And thanks for having our backs, folks, tonight.
Yeah, showed up tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you, big thank you, special thank you to Master Niyat. He's up at the crack of Brown's arse to do this.
What a guy!
Yeah, and not only that, he brought it, didn't he, tonight? You really brought it, my friend. Well done.
Thank you so much, Rowan, Mega Geek, Brune, Brian, Kipling. Always a pleasure to join you guys, and thank you for the chat for making this so much fun.
You can get back to the ladyboys now.
Yeah, go and enjoy yourself. Go and have one on us.
You deserve it, mate. You knock
Brown will
yourself
send
out.
you the fee. Mega, so glad to have you on. I know you've done episode 1 and 2. I know we had to strong arm you into it, but I hope we can tempt you back for episode 3 because it promises to be. It's
going to be amazing.
Imagine us that meme video of the African gentleman dancing along with the coffin. That's what we'll be doing next week.
Is it going to be traumatic, this third episode?
It is. It's the one. Yeah.
Oh no.
I hope it's well. I hope all the spoilers are right because if what I've heard is true, holy moly!
I haven't heard anything. I haven't listened to but I hear it's really bad. So
save it for Wednesday. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting.
And finally, Brown, you had a good time tonight, Brown, didn't you? You hit the bottle and
Ruin, brilliant, mate. As I say, you are the heart and soul of these, mate. You're an entertainer. I salute you.
Well, all I ask is you go and watch The Last Jedi and support me in that way, and then I'm a happy man. It's a wrap, Brown. We'll do it all again, not too far away, Wednesday. Otherwise, you're back on Sunday night, aren't you?
Yep, we're doing the Sunday thing. Do you fancy joining for the Ruin? Why don't you be a guest on the Sunday show? We've never seen you on a Sunday.
I know it's weekend's tricky for me.
I know it is, mate.
Gigging musician and.
Sunday's a bit of a kind of miserable wank fest, to be quite honest. But
well, we've got
Brian
Wednesday to look
it.
forward to. Yeah.
How it is.
I think that's it. Don't you?
Hello, everybody.
Over and out. Good night, man, baby. See you
Chat,
next
you're
time.
wonderful. You know that. We'll see you next time. See you Sunday, everybody. Brilliant.
See you guys.
Take care.
thanks, folks. Cheers.
Adios.
Time in.